Let's go.
Oh, righties, fellas. Righties? We are just in peak form right now with the intros. We are back. We are official. Like, we are all the way back is where we're at right now, because there's an actual football game that means something. A lot of probably sadness for Cowboys fans as they watch their season end on the first game of the season. But
that's not possible.
Yeah, very excited. We got tons of fantasy players live tonight. I'm sure everybody's got Lamb, Pickens, Dak, Hurts, Smith, Barkley, AJ Brown. It's going to be a beautiful day of football here.
Let's go.
Let's hope. And Sam, the reason Danny's excited is because Danny and I, of course, play each other in the Flock League this week. And Danny has CeeDee Lamb going today. So we're hoping for a modest 4 for 50 type of day. If in
the first quarter, right?
Yes, 4 for 50 in the first quarter, and then no more catches after the rest of the game there.
Now, continue pace, 4 touchdowns, type beat.
Yes, and Arthur is correct. Get those likes up, boys. Here's what we're going to do. First of all, we should probably tell you guys what the in-season schedule is. We'll put out a post on YouTube today or tomorrow or something, giving you guys a complete update so you know what's going on. But basically what we're going to do this year is on Mondays, we're going to talk about our rankings changes. So guys that are skyrocketing, maybe rest of season rankings, tier list kind of stuff, mainly ranking stuff. Tuesdays, waiver stuff as per usual. Wednesdays will be trade targets kind of as per usual. And then Thursdays, what we're going to do differently this year is we're probably going to make Thursdays like a dynasty thing, because usually for us, like on the, peek behind the curtain here, Thursday night football usually gets in the way of videos doing very well for us. So we think dynasty would probably be a better day to do Thursday. A little bit more evergreen, not as much reliance on a redraft wise, the game being kicked off and that kind of thing. And matchups that matter will be moving to Fridays. So on Fridays, matchups that matter will come out, minus the Thursday game, obviously. And then Saturdays, same drill as usual. Running back tier list will be in the morning, wide receiver tier list in the afternoon. And then, of course, live before every game. And we're also going to try and go live a little earlier than usual. I mean, we're going live really early today because we have a lot of questions and teams that we got to get to. But we're going to try and go live a little earlier than usual, maybe not go right up until kickoff. So me and Danny don't have guys locking in our lineups.
Set our lineups, Oh yeah, no, sometimes that was brutal, especially if you're, 2 minutes away from the kickoff of a game and you still need to set 13, 14. I mean, for us, actually, it's upwards of 17, 18 if we include our dynasty plus redraft teams.
I don't think I'm at that high of a number.
Oh, buddy, you got to get those numbers up.
Yeah, no, I can count right now. 1, 2, I'm in 3 redraft leagues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 dynasty leagues, but 5 of them are best ball, so that helps.
Oh, yeah, right. Fair enough.
5 of them are best ball. So, managed leagues, setting lineups, I'm like, 13, 14, 15, give or take, in that situation. But this is what we're going to do today. We're going to break down our team reviews first, because we do have a couple of people who submitted team reviews, and then we'll go through start sit questions, trade questions, and everybody who submitted those. But we'll try and get through these team reviews relatively quickly in the next 30-ish minutes or so. We hopefully will be done those, and then we'll get to them start sit questions and whatnot.
Let's get right into them.
All right, G Console. Team name is the Sun God here. He's in 6th in his league. It's a redraft, 1 quarterback, 12 team start, 7 PPR non-tight end premium. Basically asking here, he had the 110. I'm assuming he just wants us to kind of grade his draft, maybe suggest some moves here. So it looks like he went St. Brown, BTJ, kind of at that turn there. Probably Hampton and Kamara, I would assume, or maybe Hampton and Pickens at the next turn there. Pickens Odunze was probably the 5-6 turn, if I had to guess. And then we have TJ Hawkinson, Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, and then depth-wise, you're in decent shape there with Jaden Higgins and Caleb Johnson, Dylan Sampson. I think, relatively speaking, for a 12-team PPR start 7, I'd want to be a little stronger at the onesies if I'm not like dominant at running back and wide receiver. But generally, I think this is a pretty balanced team. I think you're about middle of the pack, though, right where the analyzer has you.
Yeah, well, exactly. When we're looking at it right now, RB3, a little bit of a question mark if you need immediate returns, because I think Caleb Johnson, obviously the upside there. Dylan Sampson, wait and see, I would say at this point. I think he's going to get the immediate opportunity, but it could be potentially, Jerome Ford for the first game or two. I can definitely see that being the case. However, with Amari and Hampton, again, we already get the report that Jim Harbaugh has already announced him as the RB1 over Najee Harris. Alvin Kamara, realistically, if you are going to have Alvin Kamara at any point of the season, Corey, when do you want him?
I would like him the first month of the season. The one thing I will say is normally that's 100% true pretty much all the time with veterans, but with a new coaching staff and a young quarterback, maybe it's actually the Saints are just like a complete and utter tire fire at the beginning of the season. Like, it's possible that, October comes along and Rattler or Shuck or whoever is playing a little bit better and the offense is better overall around Kamara. But generally, older running back, yeah, you'd want to have him at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and the other part here, Jaden Higgins actually a winner for today. Christian Kirk dealing with a hamstring strain. Jaden Higgins has announced as a starter already. Corey, what is it with us with our sleeper wide receivers dealing with hamstring strains? Strains. Me obviously dealing with Jalen Coker. Now you getting this news with Kirk. That's your guy.
Literally both of them were in my sleeper video, so that's fun.
Also, listen to Notorious. Corey's 27th, and he's going to watch CeeDee Lamb go off. So at least give him a happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to watch CeeDee Lamb go off today. But yeah, it is in fact my 27th birthday. So
happy birthday, Corey.
Yes, appreciate you, Spicy, who is in the back seat right now. And I made a little birthday trade in my home league. And you know what's fun about my home league, Danny, versus your 7 home leagues that you're in? People actually kind of have context to my home league now. It's because they've seen my home league draft and seen all the people and the personalities.
I got to get the grit to spend 12 hours and edit a video, man, because like that was the difference. I wanted to and I thought about it, but I'm like, dude, hearing your experience, I was kind of like, thank God I didn't.
Yeah, and I promise you would have taken you twice as long. Just
100%.
Another peek behind the curtain. Danny is just notoriously a slow editor. I don't know why. He just takes twice as long as I do. Your PC is also shittier than mine, so the rendering is part of that.
Yeah, my CD is 5 years. My PC is 5 years old. Wow,
I can't stop thinking about CeeDee Lamb right now. Just can't even stop thinking about him. But this was the trade that I made in my home league today. Amari Hampton, Devontae Smith, and Jaden Reed coming to my side. Jordan Addison, Brian Thomas Jr., and Jalen Warren going the other direction. Some context behind the team. Of course, if you watch the vlog, you know that I also have Travis Hunter. So getting Brian Thomas Jr. off my team is a little bit of a plus, knowing that I had both Jaguars receivers. And I have Jalen Hurts. So getting Devontae Smith for the stack is really nice. And I also upgrade. My RB2 on my team was Jalen Warren. And now it's Amari and Hampton. So I feel pretty good about that behind Kenneth Walker. I guess even ahead of Kenneth Walker because I have Hampton ranked higher. So,
yeah, makes sense. I was actually one of the first people that knew. I knew before the trade even process because the one that was dealing with Corey actually messaged me about the deal and asked me my thoughts.
Yeah, well, there's a reason that during the vlog I said, Dylan, why don't you just invite Danny over to draft this team? Because he's basically just getting Danny's advice on every single one. Corey fleecing himself again. Okay. I mean, BTJ is great, man. But by week 2, it wouldn't shock me if Amari and Hampton's the same caliber of asset.
I could see it. I mean, we're already getting that confirmation from Harbaugh. I mean, it is a tougher matchup, at least in week 1. But if we see a 22 touchdown performance against the Chiefs, oh boy, this guy's the limit with what his value could be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Also, I want to address some things here. Appreciate you, Cash Award. Appreciate you, B Life. Happy birthday, Unc. Yes, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Sawyer. Appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate you, Liam. What else we got? Bush Mummy. This is crazy. Hopefully that's not about
You've
me.
never seen Bush Mummy?
No, I have
They've
not.
They've been in chat for like the last 4 years, bro.
I mean, the name sounds familiar.
Bush Mummy.
Right. It's just clocking to me now that it's spelled the same way as my last name. Corey fleecing himself again. Happy birthday. Appreciate you. How potent can Reed be with? I mean, Reed was just a throw-in. Like Addison was my wide receiver 5 before, and Reed is my wide receiver 5 now. The aging Unc, happy birthday. Yes, happy 57th birthday to me today.
If you're gonna go with one of these options, let's just say you have to get Igbuka in your lineup. Like him and Rome are back to back for me. I'm perfectly fine putting Igbuka in the lineup. Sam's asking a question.
Yeah, I would say I'm fine putting Igbuka in. Oh, over Rome, I would absolutely.
But yeah, when you're ready, we can.
I don't know if you know this. It's also Nathan's birthday today.
Fact. Is it actually like his literal birthday?
No, Nathan's birthday is every day.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But anyways, back to this team
that
we were fucking working on here. Is there any moves you would suggest? I mean, you made reference to one with like, hey, Kamara is going to be good early in the season. Maybe you look to sell high. Maybe you look to tier up from Alvin Kamara after the first, little bit. Other than that, I think this is pretty bog standard. You're going to roll out the guys that you have here. And, Odunze's coming off the bench for you. So you got Pickens, BTJ, Amon-Ra because it starts 7. And then Hampton, Kamara. Caleb Williams probably going to start. Or Trevor Lawrence, I would say, probably starts week 1 for you, given the matchup difference between the two of them. And then TJ Hawkinson, a very good tight end option for you.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think overall you got a strong team, 2 sleepers at quarterback that I like a lot. Potentially 2 anchors, like Corey said. Maybe you move off of Alvin Kamara after that first month once he's giving you some production. And then at that point, I mean, a wide receiver, a ton of upside across the room. I love the wide receivers specifically that you got. Amon St. Brown, I guess, like operating as your safety guy. Brian Thomas Jr., big time upside. George Pickens, Roma Dunze being your 3-4, tremendous value. And then TJ Hawkinson, again, one of the tight ends you feel comfortable. Confident about. Wow, I feel like I'm recording a video right now. Hey, Corey?
Yeah, usually you'd pause
Um,
and wait 5 seconds and then continue to
yeah.
talk.
Yeah, I'm confident with TJ Hawkinson. He's part of that next tier with Sam Laporta after the big 3.
Yeah, especially another one of those guys too, like Kamara, that first month of the season while Addison is out might get out to a really hot start as well.
Yeah.
And you might be able to sell high on him. On the waivers, I don't really see anything that sticks out to me. No,
if Burden's one if you were to make a move.
I mean, it's a start 7. It's a shallow league, and he has Odunze, and same goes for like Kirk. Yeah. If Kirk wasn't injured, I would say he would be a decent pickup. But knowing that he's hurt right now, that's probably fine leaving him there.
I'm more so saying in the context.
Justin Fields also, if he has a good, looks good for the Jets, maybe as a quarterback you could stream with this team too.
Yeah, I'm more so talking in the context of like if you moved Kamara plus a piece and you needed an extra roster spot, Luther Burden's easily the most appealing of those names there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's move on to the next team here. Again, we will rip through these team reviews and then we will get to any trade questions, start sit questions that you guys have asked through the site. And of course, you can submit questions via the link in the description there as well. And I can put it in the chat in a second. So Comp 30, she's Sutton on my face. Shout out. How'd I do? Any position you think I should fix up here? So
10 team start 9 redraft league, by the way.
Full PPR. So this is 10 team start. Yeah, like 10 team start.
That 9, top 3 is fierce.
Yeah, that is a fierce top 3. Gibbs, HN, and BTJ should be absolute monsters for you. JSN also probably going to be a consistent, especially in PPR. Tyreek Hill, Emeka Egbuka. Like, I mean, you went a little stronger on receiver than you probably should have. It is a start 9, though. It's start 9.
I would trade 2 for a good tight end, though, because I think Hunter Henry's just not competitive enough in a 10-teamer.
Yeah, like I would say, what does Courtland, Sutton, and DJ Moore get you? I know he's the face of your team because he's the name of your team, but
can you get Kittle?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could get close to McBride.
I don't think you can get
guys. Start 9. I'm assuming this is a 3 wide receiver, 2 flex league. If it's a start 9.
Fair enough. I mean, or you can go for the big boy. You can trade like Tyreek Hill plus Courtland Sutton and then see if you can get Bowers. Like I'm comfortable even doing that.
Yeah. Like going after a big tight end would make sense. Even if you can't get one of those guys, like just trading Sutton straight for like Sam Laporta would be probably fine with me. If you wanted to go in that direction, you could take DJ Moore and probably see how close you could get to Laporta with that as well. So it's so true. I thought I was the only one that noticed that. Yeah, it's because Danny can't separate editing a video and in a live stream. He just
like when I
both just stays consistent.
Hey, just like when I'm like
yeah, you also do that too. You go, you did it in the Flock League. It didn't make the actual vlog, but there was one where Danny went up to make a pick and then he fucking did that and like paused and restarted. And I wish they left it in because I thought it was so fucking funny. We all died at it.
They definitely should have left that in. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like I left it in. Like you guys saw my vlog. Like when Nick fucked up so many times on every single pick. I left it in every single time because we all died every time it happened.
Yes, sir. I love the Lamb.
So jersey. Ready, love the Lamb jersey. Yeah.
Overall thoughts, though. Like,
you should not have 4 quarterbacks. That would be my first thought.
I didn't even clock that in. Yes, I mean Tua Tagovailoa, Daniel Jones, useless in this league. I mean Daniel Jones,
Murray, that's fine. You want to stream matchups with those 2 guys?
Why is Daniel Jones rostered in the 10-team start line? Like, what are we doing?
He's like, the GOAT.
Like, in all seriousness, by the way, if you have an IR, go pick up Tajay Steers, stash him on there. Steers.
Yeah. I mean,
if you don't have an IR,
Giddens and Damian Pierce, like Tua and Daniel Jones off my team, and picking up Giddens and Damian Pierce because you also need running back help too. So I would definitely.
Interesting, but obviously your wide receivers are more than fine.
Sorry, we were talking at the same time. Go ahead.
Sorry, you cut out for me. That's why I couldn't even hear you for a second. I was just gonna say your wide receivers are perfectly fine, so you'd focus on the running back to stash.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, tight end's a big issue at the moment. Maybe even stashing Mason Taylor behind Hunter Henry wouldn't be the worst idea because then you get some rookie upside there to go along with Hunter Henry, who I think can be a steady Eddie. Like I'm comfortable doing what you're doing right now, which is like, hey, worst case scenario, I'm just going to have Hunter Henry or something like that. But in a 10-teamer, it's a lot more difficult because you clearly like have the worst tight end in core in your league, and you're also weaker at quarterback as well, unless Kyler really bounces back this year. But got some moves to make, but I think you've drafted a really solid team. You just got to maybe consolidate a little bit with those wide receivers.
Corey.
Old Bo sends us a screenshot, which unfortunately we're not going to be able to get to here.
Plot twist for tonight, by the way. It's Dak's mother's birthday as well, who died of cancer.
Oh, God. He's going to have a Brett Favre fucking game or whatever.
Oh, dude, I would be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're just wishing stuff into existence at this point. It's far more likely he throws 3 interceptions and the Cowboys lose by 17 points, in my opinion.
Clip that.
I think it's true. Where's the Evans and Buka jersey? Got to get in the kickoff spirit. I'll go put my Evans jersey on, but the Bucks aren't playing right now. Like Danny's wearing a Cowboys jersey because the Cowboys are playing.
If you're a real one, you were a real fantasy football coach, you'd be rocking a Bijan Robinson jersey right now.
I mean, he's not playing though. I have no
matter. He's is he your captain? I think
he is my captain, but I don't have his jersey at the moment. I tried to buy I tried to buy a Longhorns jersey and I almost got scammed.
How did that happen?
I was like looking on this site. It was like one of those like Longhorns.
It's on Temu buying Longhorn jerseys.
Like it was like a DH Gate Longhorns jersey, and I was like, oh, that's like not a bad price, $95 or whatever for like a jersey. And then as I was getting to checkout, I'm like, I don't think this is the real Longhorns store. So I didn't go.
This guy was at Longhorn Steakhouse.
Hey, dude, I'm an unk, man. I'm not great with scams. Like everybody has an old relative that got scammed via text or email or something or phone call. They're like, my mom will text me. She's like, I got a text from the CRA. Is this real? I'm like, no. The CRA is the IRS in Canada. But yeah, no, definitely not real.
Corey,
so.
I don't know. I mean, if you were trying not to finish last place again, I think you'd be rocking the Bijan jersey right now, even if it was fake.
TexasLonghorns.com. Anyways, let's talk about D. Willie's team here. Fantasy Guru. Shout out. Somebody actually called. One of my friends texted me and was like, happy birthday, Fantasy Guru. And I was like, I need to earn that title before you call me that because I did not do well in the two leagues that I care most about.
You've seen my fucking Snapchat name, right?
What?
The Football Guru is my @ on Snapchat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm above the age of 16, so I don't.
No, I have. The only thing I ever use Snapchat for now is posting stories of when I'm playing pool or when I'm fucking golfing. Those are the only 2 instances where something goes up on the Snapchat. I don't even reply to fucking DMs on Snapchat.
Yeah, I mean,
group chat. I haven't checked
Snapchat
in months.
on my phone.
I don't check the group chat in months.
Guru got to be code for cult leader.
Also, March 9, 2000 is the birth of the lad.
Yeah, Danny usually has his birthday around the time we're doing like Dynasty Super.
Yeah, I can't farm free views
or something.
I can't farm free birthday views, unfortunately.
Yeah, my birthday is like peak fucking farming views with because it's like the weekend before the season starts typically.
Hey, who knows, bro? If you were born on February 18th, maybe we would have never popped.
Yeah, we might have fucking 10,000 subscribers right now if my birthday was February 10th.
For real. All right, let's see.
He said March 9th, Nemesis.
March 9.
So, okay. It's mad loud where I'm
You're good.
You got to get some headphones in then. Dynasty 2 this is a Dynasty question here. So
guys at the bar watching the FSE boys, I tip it.
Dynasty 2 quarterback, 12 teams, start 9, half PPR, non-tight end premium. Hurts, Lawrence, Richardson's not a useful quarterback. Why am I listing his name? Dak Prescott. This team's looking really young, looking like the type of team that you'd want to go into the season and kind of just see what happens. The only guys that really stand out to me on this roster are, hey, maybe Tyreek, like I'm assuming he's probably tried to sell Tyreek. I don't think this guy's a moron. Tyreek Hill, if you have him on your roster, he's kind of that wait and see guy that you need to see that long touchdown break his way week 1. Like last year in week 1 against the Jaguars, the Dolphins had like a monster game and Tyreek was like exceptional in that game. Hopefully you get a selling window on Tyreek early on in the year because other than Tyreek Hill, your team is very much like it's a young squad. We'll see what happens. But Tyreek is like you need to be in a competitive window to roster this guy. And I think this team could be competitive, but your running back core is still pretty young. Yes, Achane and Pollard could get you by, but Judkins and Caleb Johnson probably not going to be the greatest redraft assets, even though some fantasy analysts are taking them in the 5th and 6th round of redraft leagues. Not sure who would ever do that, but some people are doing that, I've been told. So yeah, like this team is more of a wait and see type of team. But if it's not working out for you, Tyreek, Pollard, Mason, some of those more competitive assets could probably be shopped.
Sorry, I'm just reading Liam.
All right. I need you to stay on topic here, Dan.
No. I'm chilling, relax. Yeah, I mean, I agree overall. I mean, you're at a situation right now where your second most valuable running back on the team, Quinshon Judkins, we don't know his status. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. Like, Corey, if you had to guess right now, even if you knew he was signing tomorrow, how long is the NFL going to suspend him? I'm leaning 4 to 6 games.
Yeah, I would say they'll probably give him 6 games, but like, I really did think that we were going to see like him sign over the like weekend. Like I thought he would have been signed already. Like, is he going to sign like Friday night before the game starts? Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with Judkins right now, because we got reports that they were, making progress on a deal and stuff. But sorry, we got reports. We're not in season form right now. We're knocking the fucking rust off.
Hey, between the freaking random lags I'm hearing from your mic, like, dude, when you left it off to me, I probably repeated some of what you said because I couldn't hear the last like 20 seconds of it.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking. I don't know what it is with StreamYard right now.
Again, it's there's no issues on my end, dude. It's either your internet or your computer.
Dude, I wish I could record my end and show you, dude. There's instances where I can't hear you for like a 15-second stretch, and I'm
not saying that's not happening to you. I'm saying it's not StreamYard's fault.
Fuck me, I guess. Maybe I gotta write off a new PC soon. Fuck.
Yeah, fact. Okay, but getting back to the team, I think
Judkins won't be able to produce for a while. Is basically the point. Sorry.
Yeah, getting back to the team, you basically just look at a roster that is. Okay, yeah, if Harrison breaks out, you're in good shape here. If McMillan breaks out, you're in good shape here. If Odunze breaks out, you're in good shape here. Otherwise, Waddle, Tyreek, maybe Ayuk once he comes back from injury, Pollard, Jordan Mason, Javonte Williams, even Dak Prescott, who's 32 years old, TJ Hawkinson, who might get out to a hot start, who's a little bit on the older side for a tight end. Like you could maybe tier from Hawkinson up to the Warren or Loveland territory, knowing the youth that those factors or the youth factor that those guys are going to bring to your dynasty roster. So
I'd be willing to break off. Like realistically, if you find a contender, like who has Loveland, I am curious right now. Maybe we can break off like a Shakir plus Hawkinson deal and see how close that gets us.
Yeah, I think that would make some sense. Let's find Loveland over here. That's Laporta. That's
probably the third most valuable, I would say.
Yeah, that's whoops. Why did that just sort everything? Sorry, I got all discombobulated when I clicked that. Warren, this guy's Warren.
Yeah, maybe Warren. I mean, you could potentially work that. His wide receiver core is pretty strong though. So see, try to find the Loveland guy.
Njoku.
He's probably the guy down here. Go down. His name was an injury something. Yeah, injuries.
Guy's Loveland. Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Okay. I mean, look at his wide receiver core, bro.
Yeah, his wide receiver core is in pretty rough shape. You could probably, I would imagine this guy probably like doesn't want to try and compete because he's not really in a competitive window. But he has Derrick Henry on his roster. That's what I'm
saying, bro. Dude, offer him Shakir and Hawkinson and see how close that gets you.
Yeah, I would be willing to give him Tyreek and Hawkinson for Loveland plus like his 2.
Yeah, no, definitely try that.
Yeah, because I think this guy's team is like a complete and utter fraud. So I would say that this is a good guy to go after. See if you can collect this guy's first round pick.
Yep.
See if you can sell off some of those competitive assets. But again, like right now, if you had to, are you going to be proactive and try and sell guys before this weekend, or are you going to like wait till week 3, week 4 to see how your team is performing?
I think you missed the boat on trying to sell them before this weekend. I mean, you could potentially try, but realistically, the move that I'm kind of looking at here is you have a young nucleus. Maybe see like I wouldn't do it right now, but if Dak starts producing like I think he will, a guy who's going to be a mid-end quarterback 1, back-end quarterback 1, at that point, maybe he's expendable because you do have a young nucleus. Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence going to be on your team for the next while. And realistically, if you're going to get rid of one of those 3 quarterbacks, it's going to be the oldest of the bunch there. So I wouldn't sell Dak now because I do think there's market pessimism for him when he's not playing football. But as soon as he starts playing football and he starts playing well, he's going to increase in market value dramatically.
Yeah. I mean, no one's shocked that you would say that, but
I'm saying to sell Dak. You don't ever hear me say that.
Yeah, it is. That is true. Yeah. Normally you're like sell Dak, but only if you get 8 first-round picks. But yeah, there's not much else I could say with this team. This is kind of just a wait and see approach. So we could probably move on to the next team. Like, did he have any other questions? Yeah, no, he didn't even have any specific questions. So we could probably roll back to this one. Labrum
We actually
here.
just made a deal. Shout out YV Labrum. Flocked up, I believe we just made a deal.
Yeah, and it looks like he's dominating this league that he's in with his buddies here, I'm assuming, or maybe he's in with other people who are in our audience here. 2 quarterback, 12 teams, start 10, half PPR, non-tight end, premium dynasty here. He said we reviewed this team last year when he traded the 101 for DK, 2 1s and 2 2s. The trades totaled out to Genty Odunze Pearsall second for London Hunter McMillan, Blue Dart, DK, Tyler Warren. Whew, that's a hell of a return.
Wait, so
I mean,
he
Genty
gave
is
up
great, but
Genty.
London, Hunter, T-Mac, Dart,
Yeah.
DK, and Warren is insane.
That feels like a steal, yeah.
Yeah, this is you built up your whole roster basically out of that trade. And yeah, getting 2 1s and 2 2s is pretty insane for that much for DK, like with DK involved in that deal as well. But is there anything that stands out to you other than like, yeah, this is a team that you can go win with?
I mean, realistically, you have the good top 2 at running back. Honestly, the only thing stepping in the way, in my opinion, is just running back depth. But that could very well be supplemented if a Trey Benson were to hit, or if Jonathan Taylor were to go down, DJ Giddens assumes a workload. Like, I do see the upside for this team to realistically win even this year. On top of that, I mean, if Tyler Warren produces out of the gate, top 2 target for the Colts, you're looking at an advantage at tight end. It's not a tight end premium league. It is a half PPR, but even still, Tyler Warren has the opportunity to separate from the pack. Now, wide receiver, I mean, Drake London has 180 target upside. Lab McConkey, second year working with Justin Herbert. You actually have the sack there. Travis Hunter, you guys know my thoughts on him. Tedero McMillan on top of that. I mean, he should very comfortably be a top 12 to top 20 wide receiver on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, I mean, going and trading Metcalf for some running back depth to me is the one move that stands out, because DK is your wide receiver 7, and DK himself is like a big name, and there's probably a lot of people that'd be interested in. I mean, hell, you saw fucking my home league may take him at the 303 or whatever. So DK definitely has some name cachet because of what he's done in the past and whatnot. So if you could sell Metcalf for, I'm trying to think territory of running back that you could get with Metcalf. I mean, you could potentially try and buy low on like Judkins with Metcalf potentially.
I was gonna say, can you work towards Josh Jacobs? Can you add to him and get like a Christian McCaffrey?
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams makes sense. Yeah. I mean, we could look through the league, kind of make some trade suggestions.
Yeah, let's see if we find someone with a bad receiver core here. This guy is the 10th best receiver core. I mean, Tracy's probably not enough for me to do that. This guy's the 12th best receiver core. I mean, doing your absolute damnedest to get Trevion from this guy would be also like you have so much depth at receiver. Like, I'd be fine swapping JSN straight for Trevion here if you could do it. I think a lot of people would agree that that's probably a fair deal on most sides.
Can you do something like JSN plus Metcalf for Henderson and Henry?
Yeah, I guess Henry you could use on your team because
maybe you even get a plus back.
Yeah, you're in a situation where you can actually compete. So yeah, it would make sense to go get Henry as well. Yeah, there's definitely some guys in this league you could trade with. I mean, this guy is the 9th best receiver core as well. Pacheco is probably not enough for Metcalf. I think it'd probably want somebody more than that. Was this the one that I just looked at? Yeah, this we got like the 11th receiver core. This guy's got Kyron Williams. I mean, this would make a lot of sense too. If you could trade him DK straight for Kyron, I think
look at that wide receiver depth too. It's putrid. Nathaniel Dell is his 4th most valuable wide receiver. Amari Cooper just retired.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's also.
I think you got to move Keenan Allen up. I think you got to move Keenan Allen up a little bit now.
No, I refuse, dude. Keenan Allen fucking stinks.
Come on,
he's washed. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Half PPR Keenan Allen.
I'm not moving a 35-year-old wide receiver ahead of like upside swings who could be. I'd rather have the 5% chance that Elikayo Manor is a top 36 fantasy receiver. Than
you don't want Keenan Allen in a half PPR.
No, I don't. I don't need his 4 for 35.
Dude, come on. Some weeks it'll be like 9 for 52.
Yeah. They're going to do start about 20 minutes or so. Yes, we are going to do start sits after the reviews that we're doing here. We got to catch up on these. Also, old boy 30. Bush, that's why you finished last. Old boy 33 or old Bo 33. We also got like just a NFL fantasy screenshot from. We'll have to do that for you off stream, by the way, if that got muddled in all the chaos of us not knowing how to use technology.
Sorry?
Just never mind. I got the message to him. But yeah, is there anything else on this team other than running back depth that you'd look to address? I mean, JSN just sticks out to me as a guy to use to get running backs just because I'm a little bit lower on JSN than the market seems to be. And I can get in striking distance of Trevion Henderson types with JSN. That's why I think he's a good guy to trade away for a guy like that. Because you trade away JSN, it's like, okay, big deal now. Devontae Smith's your wide receiver 5. Like you're still in great shape there.
Sorry.
Yeah, that person's name is absolutely Bush Bobby, and I fear we've lost Danny on the focus regard here.
Sorry, I read that as you were yapping, and I'm like, holy shit.
Okay,
that's so true.
So, Law63 submitted 2 team reviews. So shout out to you. Obviously, I think he used his voucher for one of these, and then donoed 7, and then he just purchased one outright for a different team. Redraft 1 quarterback, 12 teams, starts 7 PPR. Again, when I see start 7, I look immediately at the onesies. I want to see how good the onesies are. Having Lamar Jackson, who's my quarterback 1 in redraft, definitely feels great. Devon Achane, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, Judkins is a nice little running back core. Puka Nacua, George Pickens, Romo Dunze, Jordan Addison, Saul, Shakir, like a lot of upside in that receiving core, even though it's not like the strength of your team, I would say.
That is an FSE coded wide receiver core if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and you have the worst tight end core in your league according to this, with Tucker Kraft as like your only tight end, but I don't know, dude. I feel just fine going into the season with just Tucker Kraft. Dude, even in a start 7 where ideally I'd like to be better at that position.
Especially early on, Matthew Golden, rookie wide receiver. Jaden Reed literally has a Jones fracture right now. He finally returned to practice.
I know, don't remind me. I just traded for him.
Trust me, I drafted him in my home league as well.
I honestly the only reason I did that is because obviously it will suck to lose Addison there. I really wanted Hampton and Smith in that trade. And I was like, Reed is a great tack on. I don't need him. He's my wide receiver 5. But yeah, this is a good looking squad, man. There's not many weaknesses I can point to. When you have a top 4 in your league, quarterback, running back, and wide receiver core, you're probably the best team in the league, or if not the second best. According to this, you are the second best. But I mean, what has this guy got you beat on Evan Ingram, and Hunter Henry, because he's rostering his tight end core of Evan Ingram and Hunter Henry technically is higher in the analyzer because he has 2 of them. But I would rather just have Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, why would I waste an extra bench spot on a shittier tight end?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is a beautifully built team here. Your team name is Laporta Potty without rostering Sam Laporta. So maybe you had him last year or something like that. I don't know. Is there any?
You got to do something like Nakua Matata or something.
Yeah. Is there any moves that stick out to you? Because honestly, I love the you probably got Nakua and Pickens and Odunze and Addison and Pearsall all at good value. And I think your team complements itself well. Like Jordan Addison, you can't use for 3 weeks, but I think Pearsall could get out to a hot start because Ayuk is on the mend and Jennings is coming into the season banged up. So it complements each other really well the way that you've built this thing.
There's literally only one move I would suggest. If you have an IR in your league, you drop Marvin Mims, you pick up Tajay Spears, you put Tajay Spears on IR. And then when you have that free roster spot, if you're able to do that, then you use that to pick up DJ Giddens.
Yeah. Definitely some moves to be made there. I mean, guys like Pop Douglas and shit, while they're kind of interesting, you could also, I can't see further down than DJ Giddens, but if Damian Pierce or Will Shipley or other kind of handcuff type of running backs are available, you could always,
especially Shipley before tonight. One of my favorite tactics is if you know it's going to be an island game, pick up a player in that island game on the Thursday. That way you can see if the starter got hurt or anything like that. You can evaluate. And if it doesn't happen, guess what? You just drop them and you pick up a new player on Friday.
Yeah, no, exactly. You literally didn't basically waste a bench spot at all. It's almost nice to have a rotating empty waiver or empty bench spot so that you can do stuff like that. Because if you're holding all your guys and you don't want to drop anybody, then you can't really pull off tactics like that. And I remember, I think it was 3 years ago or 4 years ago in my sleeper league, the last time I won my championship was going into that game. I think it was week 11 or week 12 for the Rams. I picked up Sony Michel before the game and Cam Akers went down with an injury. And Sony Michel helped me win a title that year. He was legit, actually really good down the stretch in 2021. So there was it's definitely a tactic that is really effective for sure. But yeah, aside from that, I look at the roster and again, I don't really see any glaring moves. I think this is just, you have a lot of guys that I really like and there's nobody that really stands out to me as a trade target or guy that I would try and move off of.
Yeah, no, you have a unit of a team, honestly, aside from that Marvin Mims suggestion. And like Corey said, maybe there's an extra second running back, like a Damian Pierce. You can also drop to Mario Douglas. But I think overall, you structured this team well. Maybe the IR spot that you have in your league is actually with a suspended player. You have Jordan Addison slotted in there. Who knows? But ultimately, here, leaving the draft, I think you couldn't have possibly gotten as much value as you did.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you were in my
Or more
situation,
value
by
than
the
you
way,
did.
because
Yep.
I made that trade, and the only shitty thing about that deal is that Addison was on my IR. So now I
You
have
have
to
to drop
drop a
someone.
player. Would you drop the aforementioned Will Shipley or DJ Giddens?
Shipley.
Yeah, I think I would
I
too. But
I,
then I'm
I
gonna
can't do it
wanna.
over Giddens.
Yeah,
Honestly, do you have to set your lineup still tonight, or can you ride
I
with
do.
an extra?
I do because Smith and Hampton aren't in my lineup right now.
See, that's why you
If
always
Smith
set your
was in
lineup
my
before
well,
that.
I made the trade and Smith was sent to my bench after I made the trade, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, you got cucked then.
I think I would hate myself more if Barkley went down tonight and I dropped Shipley than if I just miss out on Giddens because JT's healthy right now.
Question that I asked for you is who would cook more, Shipley without Barkley or Giddens without Taylor?
I mean, it's hard to say because I think Giddens the better player, but he's also a rookie and it's a worse offense.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, that's the determination you have to make.
I would say that it'd probably be relatively similar. They'd both probably be high end RB2s without the starter.
Yeah. Then, I mean, make that determination.
I'm gonna drop Giddens because worst case scenario, if Shipley doesn't like if Barkley stays healthy in this game, I drop Shipley later this week and pick up Giddens instead.
Sorry.
But yeah, I got to get my lineup set so that
You were not even looking at the screen when I said that.
I drafted Judkins in the 15th round for my uncle Pat. Did I cook, boys? Figured I'd take a stab since 10 rounds later than Nathan got him. Yeah, that is very much factual.
Yeah. But overall, Law does have a second team. Again, for this team, if you can add Spears to the IR, try to do that. We can move on to the next.
Yeah, there's not much else we need to talk about this. I mean, he did say I just traded Jordan. Okay, he actually made a trade here. Hold on. Maybe we should go back to this.
Trade?
I just traded Jordan Addison and Demario Douglas for Rashee Rice. It takes 2 days for the trade to go through, so it may not show. I feel good about my team. I have some depth. Should I trade? Yeah, I mean,
that was the
if you can
perfect
smash
move.
Rice on an IR spot, then this would be excellent.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is he said could package 2 wide receivers for 1 wide receiver upgrade. It depends what you can get. Like now that you have Rice, I think having Nakua, Pickens, Rice as like once Rice comes back as your top receivers with Odunze and Addison and Odunze, and Pearsall as like your upside swings.
Addison and Pop Douglas for Rashee Rice is an awesome trade.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. An awesome trade for sure. Trade review period is for fascists. Yeah. Facts. And yeah, Nathan's going to hear about that. Like, you know what would be funny actually, though, if Judkins was just like a league winner down the stretch, like misses 4 games Samson, and is just like absolutely dominant down the stretch.
Corey, how about Samson instead?
I don't really like that scenario. I have Samson, bags so that I'm, not going to be screwed if Judkins is a complete bum, but I would prefer Judkins for my best ball bags to be the better option.
Give me Samson.
Okay. League just finished our starter dynasty draft. So this is a dynasty team that Law is submitting this time. 1 quarterback start 8 PPR. So really shallow dynasty league.
Immediate rebuild. Then why do you have James Conner rostered, brother?
I mean, sometimes you get a guy fall into you at value in an immediate rebuild, and he's probably he said except for Connor, who auto drafted after Wi-Fi went out briefly. I gotta get
that's why.
Maybe it sounds like he fast drafted this team and that's why he doesn't have a bunch of picks banked up. Is because it was probably a fast draft.
Yep. Bowers and Loveland is a tone-setting duo.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Should I trade Connor galore?
Should I trade Connor now or closer to playoffs? You should probably try and trade him now because he's going to have more value. Like maybe, especially if he has like a big week 1 or something like that, definitely look to get Connor off of your team now because a contender should be interested in that. Like, let's go find a team that is a contending team that maybe could use. This guy is the 6th best running back core in the league. I mean, his running backs are pretty good. Let's see if we can find this guy's team. Yeah, Caleb Johnson, Chuba Hubbard, Kyron. I could see this guy being interested in a running back. Could you sell Connor for Caleb Johnson straight up right now? I bet you probably could in most casual leagues.
Yeah, I would definitely try to do that. I think overall, too, as well, you have the opportunity to move Brock Bowers. You do have him plus Colson Loveland. Again, I'm assuming maybe you had Brock Bowers early in your draft. Colson Loveland started falling too much value, so you ended up doubling up. That gives you the affordability where if you did want to move Brock Bowers, personally for me, this team is so young, but it's so built at wide receiver. I mean, it's a non-tight end
On a
premium.
tight end, a one quarterback, 10-team league, man, I think I just want to hold Bowers because he's just going to be
Do you move
such
Loveland
a
though?
huge
Because I
positional.
think Loveland's going to gain
I'd
value.
rather if Loveland's breaking out, sell Loveland, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay. No, that's definitely is fair. I was just thinking in the vines of non-tight end premium. Maybe you can potentially get Ashton Genty for him.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, my thought on Bowers is vastly different in a dynasty context as it is in a redraft context. Like in dynasty, I'm like, I don't want to fucking sell this guy at all. But in redraft, I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna have the best season this year.
Yeah, no, that definitely is fair.
Yeah, it's close. Like, I mean, going and trying to sell one of these running backs, like again, James Conner, trying to sell him to buy low on like this guy's, draft capital or whatever. Like, I'm sure there's guys like this. Like if you look at a team like this, Danny, if you're a casual fantasy player, a team like this would go, oh, if I get James Conner, I'm going to be ready to win the championship. Like I just need a better running back too right now because Mixon's hurt and RJ Harvey's a rookie. If I get James Conner, I'm going to be ready to go here. So
yeah, if you can swing it to that guy for sure.
Yeah, like float it to this guy, see if he'd be interested in selling Harvey. You could go Connor plus for Harvey, see if he'd be interested in selling even like a Olave or maybe going after picks.
You could work up to Marv in a concentration deal, but honestly, I do like the idea of just securing a running back. I think your wide receivers are almost untouchable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, this receiver core is going to be ridiculously strong. Hunter, McMillan, Igbuka, Worthy, Rice, even Coleman and Harris and Mitchell are good upside swings behind that. So yeah, this is a really strong looking team. And then any other players I should package for first rounders when I do that? Okay, so basically what he's saying is if I trade Connor, is there another player I can package in to get a one? I mean, if you can trade Connor to a contender and package in anyone who's not named Rice or above in your receiver core, Loveland or above in your tight end core, McCarthy and above in your quarterback core, then you do it. Like if somebody's like, I really love Tank Bigsby too, give me Connor and Bigsby, then you do it for the first round pick. It's a 10-team league. Like the first round pick is more valuable to your roster. If somebody's like, oh, I love Keon Coleman too, and you want to go James Conner and Keon Coleman for a singular first round pick, you absolutely do that as well. So trying to get Connor off of your team, especially if you can work up to first round capital, like you're kind of making reference to here, that would be absolutely the thing to do for sure.
Yeah, I think that'd be perfect overall. Though the young build that you have, wide receivers galore, tight ends again. You wait to move one before Colson Level starts breaking out, unless you have the opportunity. Like I said, I personally would probably still need, even in a non-tight end premium, Genty plus a small sweetener if I were to move Bowers. But overall, I mean, your team is loaded.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that is the end of the review.
This is first dynasty.
Yeah, first dynasty league too. Again, full bow, we're going to have to get to you offline. That's what I was saying before, because that looks like an NFL fantasy screenshot. I can do that as soon as we jump off. So I'll send that to you. And you'll actually even have that probably before kickoff, because we're going to probably head off of here at like 8 p.m. or something like that. But let's get to the trade questions, start sit questions that you guys have for us. One quick thing I want to plug is that the the weekly start sit decision manifesto is live on the site right now. So for those of you guys that had the weekly rankings manifesto last year, you saw wide receiver cornerback shadow matchups. You saw DVOA stuff. You see Vegas information, over-unders, where the sharps are betting, all that kind of stuff that helps you set your fantasy football lineups. And of course, I will go over that stuff in detail in the Matchups That Matter video every Friday. That was Thursdays last year. It's going to be Fridays this year. And then, we also have our weekly rankings up to date too. So if you guys are just looking for start sit questions, you can check our weekly rankings. Who we have ranked higher is who we would start, and so on and so forth. So this is why would someone send this in? Obvious right side. Yeah. Travis Hunter and a right first side for Garrett Wilson and Luther Burden. I think I'm taking the Travis Hunter in a first side there.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter's worth more than this straight up.
I mean, you see where I have Wilson relative to Hunter, right?
Yeah, you're faded.
It's fine. One quarterback, so it doesn't include. There'd be like in a super flex, there would probably be a bunch of quarterbacks mixed in.
You just have Garrett Wilson too high. That's really
you just hate Garrett Wilson, man.
That's not where he should be ranked.
I mean, every time we have this discussion, the whole chat thinks you're faded on Garrett Wilson and agrees with me. So
a limited ceiling, 25-year-old receiver. Woohoo! Yeah.
25-year-old receivers don't have limited ceilings. That's the flaw in your logic. Same reason why you're way too low on Zay Flowers.
I love a receiver that's going to give me wide receiver 23 production on 150 targets.
Please, no more Wilson talk. Okay, Dak Prescott, Caleb Williams. Oh, this is Sophie's choice for Danny.
Oh, buddy. You're starting Bo Nix.
Yes, you are starting Bo Nix. Yeah,
great matchup too.
And maybe just maybe you should not be rostering 4 quarterbacks.
Yo, wait, what?
Start 7.
What?
Maybe these are waiver guys that you can like pick up or something like
Dude,
that. But yeah, hopefully you're
don't
not
roster
rostering
4
all of these
quarterbacks.
guys.
Yeah, running back here. Let's go down to that question. I think it's very comfortably Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I'm taking Pollard this week. He's got a better matchup than Swift too. The Vikings defense is no joke. I mean, he has
Kamara's
Kamara
available
here though as well.
Dude, it just says considering those two. I didn't realize he had Kamara hidden down there.
Yeah, again, if for whatever reason it is just between these two, we would pick Pollard. But yeah, Alvin Kamara is my highest ranked running back of the guys that are listed here for you. And I actually have James Conner ahead of Pollard as well, I believe.
I do as well.
So yeah, I'd go with Kamara there. And then, yeah, everything else appears to be the same. Anything, you're not changing. You're not taking JSN, fucking Evans, or Jamar. This is a really good team, at least.
Yeah, 10-team league, too. I thought this was like a 6-man for a second.
I mean, Bucky, Kamara, and those other running backs. So you have Chase, Evans, and JSN, plus Bowers as your tight end.
Just for E's sake, let's click the flex spot. Let's see what is available, just in case. Just in case there's a fucking little bomb here. Like a Monroe St. Browse down there? Malik Neighbors. Like, what?
How did you build this team?
What is also, going on here?
Warren and Andrews in addition to Bowers?
Okay,
I feel like this was not filled out correctly for some reason.
I don't think so either.
But okay. Malik needs to be in your lineup, first of all. He's a top 4 receiver for me this week. And as much as I love JSN, I would definitely start a Monroe over him as well.
What is going on?
Again, maybe you filled this out incorrectly. I'm not sure. In which case, just ignore these last 2 things. But if Malik Neighbors and a Monroe are on your team, you absolutely need to have them in your lineup.
How did I know that there was going to be something hidden in there?
Yeah, that was a good call out by you. 6 Solvency here has a start-sit question. I guess we'll just check his lineup, make sure he's got it set the way we'd set it. Obviously, you're starting Lamar. Obviously, you're starting Gibbs, Chase Brown. Probably no doubt about that. The flex, I guess, would probably be... Yes, solo man league. Okay, Kenneth Walker, or are you? I guess the only decision point would be Worthy or Walker here.
I'm going Walker. Now, who were the 2 running backs ahead of him?
There was like no other running backs that it was Chase Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs. You're not gonna start Walker over those guys.
Now, I guess the question would be Worthy versus JSN. I'd go JSN. Yeah, I think that's the perfect lineup.
Yeah, I guess Worthy versus JSN would also be a question mark, like you said. Warren is your only tight end. Yeah, this is the lineup we would go with as well. 6 Solvency.
Good luck, brother.
Badake's twin brother, Baduki, RJ Harvey,
this
Nico
is
Collins,
spicy.
Bijan. This is a 1 quarterback dynasty. Start 9.
Dynasty. Okay.
I think I want Bijan here.
In a 1 quarterback start 9 dynasty, I think I agree. And I love
also,
Nico.
I feel like I got to tweak my 1 quarterback dynasty rankings because Bijan should not be at 8 overall because I would take him in the top 3 in a 1 quarterback league.
Who would be ahead of him? The wide receivers, 4 wide receivers.
Probably the 4 receivers and Bowers at least, maybe. I don't know why that is like that.
Not sure, but regardless.
In my rankings, he's literally listed 3rd overall, so I don't know why it's tweaking on me.
Tell the devs.
Yeah, the devs. Shit's going haywire again.
All right, regardless, though, click Bijan Robinson. We'll go to Stumbleberry.
Stumbleberry 77.
2 ones in Walker for Gibbs. 2 early to mid ones. And
1
he says,
quarterback
should I
ones,
trade
though, as well? And they're also not till next year.
I would rather them be in 2027, dude.
I would too, but like, so you and I have the attitude with like picks in general that it's like a 1's a 1. There's no difference. Like, in a 26 1 and a 27 1 in terms of like time you get to spend the pick and all that kind of stuff. Like some people factor that in. And in a 1 quarterback start 8, 12-team league, I think I would prefer
with the 1 quarterback context, I think I agree. But if that was a super flex, that's such a tempting offer.
Yeah, I would probably do it if it was a super flex. Yeah, because Gibbs goes from my 7th overall player in a 1 quarterback probably to like my 10th or 11th or 12th maybe. And then you also have the upside of like Arch Manning being one of those picks or whoever the top quarterback is in 2027. And Arch Manning might stink, so who knows?
He does say it's a rebuild, though. Maybe can we send a counter with something instead of Walker then to fit a rebuild specifically?
Yeah.
Like, let's just take a look. So
that's not
you're the other guy. He's Uncle Pepper.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're in the early stages of a rebuild. So I get, wanting to tear off of Gibbs. But
this is very good context. Let's see this guy. I mean,
personally, dude, I would rather him take Walker out of the deal altogether and get. I
don't even see Walker on this team,
bro. Like, I'd rather just get a 3rd first.
Dude, I don't even see Walker on this guy's team.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe he traded. Maybe like we're getting to this. I mean, it was only submitted a day ago. I think we should.
You know what? Honestly, what I would counter back, Corey.
What's that?
Maybe Omari and Hampton plus 2027 early to mid one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think is a good counter. So
yeah, we'll try that.
Yeah, let me go option 1. Take Walker out of this deal, and then leave one of these picks in here, and then let's go find. Okay, this guy's team looks completely different than the other guy's team. So for whatever reason, on the back end, it pulled the wrong team. This guy is really competitive assets. Yep. Barkley, CMC.
Regardless, he got the clip of us with what we said. If you can get Omar and Hampton plus an early to mid first round pick, that's what I'd be willing to move off of.
Yeah, and if this person who is making this initial trade to you wants to shave Walker off the deal, just get another first out of him. I would say, and I like selling Gibbs for 3 1s in a rebuild. To me, seems like about appropriate value in that situation. But yeah, as it currently stands, I maybe would want slightly more. LP
redraft 2 quarterback 10 team start 12 league, by the way, very very deep league, and
very deep,
and a 2 quarterback. So I mean, let's go through this, right? Marvin Harrison Jr. Who's he cancel out in this deal?
Based on my rank, I think this is just the Lamar side by a country mile, to be honest.
Yeah, so let's just say Marvin Harrison Jr. plus Jaden Reed cancels out Kamara and Igbuka.
Yeah.
And then it's Chuba Hubbard for Adunze. That's pretty fair regardless. And then Evan Ingram versus Hunter Henry.
And then Lamar versus Caleb.
Yeah,
like
Lamar Jackson side.
Lamar in a 2 quarterback.
Yeah, give me Lamar.
This is pulling my 1 quarterback rankings. Like I have Lamar at 22 overall in my 1 quarterback rankings, not in my, like if it was super flex, he would be my first overall pick.
Yeah. Second for me, but yes.
Yeah, so this has got to be the Lamar side, even though it's a deeper league. Like, love Igbuka, but is this trade worth it? Yeah, like you have to go get Lamar in this situation.
Yes, sir.
Michael here has a start sick question voucher.
Caleb Williams.
You going Caleb over Justin?
Give me that. I hate the matchup.
I mean, I don't really feel great about either of them this week. Like, I would prefer to not have to start either of them because I want to see what Fields looks like. I want to see what Caleb looks like. And neither of them have a good matchup. Like, it's Steelers defense for Fields.
Give me the Vikings big player miss defense rather than the Steelers muck it down, make the game ugly defense against Justin Fields.
Yeah, like that. I picked the Jets defense against you in the Flock League because that game has the lowest over-under by like 6 points.
You bid on them. I know. I put a free claim on them. I know that.
I got a free claim on them.
Oh, you must have outclaimed me.
I just had a higher priority, I think.
Makes sense. Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but I am trusting the Bengals defense against Joe Flacco, hoping that he turns the ball over a few times.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's the thesis. Hey, he's an immobile quarterback who potentially can give up some free sacks. And Joe Flacco's not scared to press the ball down the field, especially at 41 years old. Even if somebody's Jerry Jeudy's double covered down the field, you don't think Joe Flacco's taking the freaking post shot?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Joe Flacco doesn't give a shit at this point in his career.
Hunter.
Yeah, I have Smith ranked higher, but I'm assuming the flex will be one of these guys anyways. Yeah. So
I'm all
that's why I was going to say it's not Hunter is because Smith plays tonight.
Let's go Smith and Hunter then.
Yeah, Hunter in the flex and Smith in the wide receiver spot because he plays tonight.
Good capitulation, baby.
And yes, see, now you guys know who Dylan is. He goes, go. Bush, did you tell the chat about our trade? Yes, I did tell the chat about our trade. And Arthur,
chasing, you wouldn't be a fan of how I do business then.
Yeah, facts. The whole chat, not many people reacted to the trade. Let's just put it that way. I could throw it up on the screen one more time if anybody wants to see it. Again, I traded Brian Thomas, Jordan Addison, Jalen Warren for Amari and Hampton, Devontae Smith, Jaden Reed in my home league, which is the 12-team half first down bonuses to running back. That's another piece of context that matters here is that I'm getting the better running back in the deal, and there's a running back premium in this league, specifically for a guy like Hampton, who if he's a 3-down workhorse, like what's Hampton's upside in a regular PPR format, Danny? Like point per game wise?
Regular PPR? Am I crazy to say like 20.5?
Yeah, like 18 to 20 points probably is what I was going to say. Like in this format, if he's a 3-down workhorse, his upside is now 21 to 23 points per game because of the first down bonuses. So
you're not complain.
And then, I have Hunter.
Does first down bonus apply to receivers though?
No, just running backs and tight ends.
Bro got 2 of the best players for a bag of chips. I mean, that didn't seem like a bag of chips. That was a pretty fucking expensive deal any way you slice it.
Yeah, BTJ's a beat. Is a long play. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with Jaden Reed right now. The reports are somewhat bullish about him. But
I'm starting. Oh shit! Fucking Mooney's probably out too. I don't know. I might have to start Tank Bigsby in the flex of my home league because I have Jaden Reed and Darnell Mooney both questionable.
Yeah, this is so facts. By the way, BTJ is some gourmet ass chips. It's like some kettle cooked, like
Oh,
home baked, like shit right there.
let me. I guess you guys would have already seen Corey's home league team. I'm going to spend 2 minutes on it because obviously we have a ton of questions to answer. But we this is what the lads got working with right here: Joe Burrow, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Warren. We got Drake London, George Pickens, Devontae Adams, Roma Dunze as the receivers here. Trey McBride fell to me in the mid-third, grabbed them at tight end. This last flex spot's really the determination, by the way. 2 wide receivers, 3 flexible PPR. If Jaden Reed and Darnell Mooney are out, I'm probably going to be going with Tank Bigsby with the rest of the bench. Coker, Spears on the IR cheesing the hell out of that with them. Dylan Sampson, Rico Dowdle, Emmanuel Wilson, etc. on the bench. So that's what we got cooking.
Yeah, and this is one of your 6 home leagues.
This is the main one from the last 10 years.
Okay. So, Danny, can I petition you to call this one and this one alone your home league?
What should I call the other one?
Just call it my other league. That's what I call it.
My commish league.
Like the Wiserhood last year, like the other league that I was in with some of the guys I went to high school with, I just called it the Wiserhood or my other league. But my home league is always my home league. If I say home league, I'm referring to the same league every time.
Oh shit. Yeah. But yeah, no, we are cooking. I'm trying to add you to the thing. There we go.
Anyways, Nemesis has a trade here. He says, is this worth a trade? I need the pros and cons here. So, I mean, I just uniquely am qualified to talk about this because I just traded away BTJ.
BTJ side.
So the upside, I think, resides with the Henderson and Hill because, I mean, those two guys hit and they could be absolutely monsters.
I know you just traded this guy away. It's very easily the BTJ side, and it's not even worth it.
I want to see the context of his team because I don't think it's very easily that side.
It's very easily the BTJ
Henderson
side.
And Hill, and you'd have Lamb, Nakua, Higgins, and BTJ. Yeah, I think you've got to probably make that. But like then again, you're going to be weaker at running back after making that trade, but you're getting Hubbard back. So yeah, you got to go BTJ there.
It's like a 3-4 turn player and a mid-4th. Actually, for benefit of the doubt, we'll say 2 3-4 turn players with Tyreek Hill and Trevion Henderson for an early second round pick and a 5-6 turn pick at the worst with Chuba Hubbard. Like I think just mathematically you have to take the 1st and the 5th.
Yeah, and I mean he denied the trade. Like he didn't want to do it.
That's bad.
I mean, I would be willing to throw in something small in addition to that deal to get it done. Like if you have to throw Fab his way or a bench swap his way or whatever to get that done, to get him over the edge, maybe look in doing something like that. This is going to be a fun argument, Danny. Who are we starting here? George Pickens or Emeka Egbuka?
Pick it out of the hat. They're both back-to-back for me. I have Roma Dunze 1 spot higher than Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, Dunze's not even in this conversation for me.
Oh, who are you talking? Oh, Pickens
versus Egbuka.
Well, I have a Dunze over Egbuka, so what are we doing?
A Dunze over Egbuka is nuts.
Dude, you just hate a Dunze.
Hey, let's get it well documented. Dunze versus
they're back-to-back for me. It's not even worth it. I do have George Pickens the highest, though, out of these 3.
Yeah, I also have George Pickens the highest, but it is close. I don't want to sit. Also,
I didn't even see Pickens at first in that comment.
Huh?
Dude, Debo, if you don't know my thoughts on Odunze by now, then you're mistaken.
Yeah, you can have your thoughts on Odunze, and that's all well and good and very cute, if you ask me. But Egbuka is going to absolutely smoke him every single week.
We will find out. That's why we make it a trade, right?
It's funny because you and I legit traded them 1-for-1. So this is
like you're acting like
you're
acting like I'm ridiculous here when I literally made the trade. Like I'm putting my nuts on the table. I have conviction. If you guys want to fuck with me, don't fuck with me.
Also, where were you guys in the comment section when I made this trade? Because everyone in the Flock League said I got rinsed.
Yeah, I mean, give me a Dunze.
Yeah, I will take Egbuka and sleep like a baby doing so.
Sorry, what was your prospect rate on Roma Dunze?
It was very high, but I didn't see a face planner season from Emeka Egbuka.
Hey, you know what I got now though? A Ben Johnson.
Yeah, you got a Ben Johnson, but if there was a situation where you said I'll just take the reroll, like for example, Travis Hunter versus Marvin Harrison, you'll say I'll just take the reroll.
Yeah, there's a difference between a top 10 prospect and a top 21.
I don't think there's much of a difference in the two prospect profiles. They're both wide receiver, 1 upside prospects.
That's the difference, man. That's why I watched both of them, and that's why I had a Dunze with a pretty much 5-point higher grade. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing wrong with Egbuka. I mean, it's just simply a Dunze. I think is the prototype X wide receiver that could be a 1,200-yard guy this year.
Yeah, I think that's like maybe a 5% chance of happening, whereas it's like a 25% chance that Igbuka does it.
Did I ask?
No, you didn't. It's funny. It's ironic hearing that instead of saying it.
That felt good.
10-team, full PPR, one quarterback. Okay. Brees Hall this week going against the Steelers, James Cook, and the Ravens. I'm
not even a question.
James Cook there.
Yeah. I have Brees Hall as my wide receiver, my RB22 this week.
I have him at 19 because I'm a little hesitant on the workload and stuff. But I still have him. I still think he can get some receiving work to help give him a nice floor. But yeah, I'd rather have James Cook this week.
So my tier right now is I have Chuba at 19, Pacheco at 20, Pollard at 21, Tyrone Tracy at 22, and Brees Hall at 23. Simply with Tyrone Tracy, I'm expecting a full workload, and he's got a much easier matchup.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You're definitely not starting Loveland over Ferguson, are you?
So I actually moved Loveland and Warren down in my rankings simply because I just want to see the usage with them first and foremost. I have Jake Ferguson at 11. I have Warren and Loveland respectively at 12 and 13.
Okay, there we go. Danny's saying I want to see the usage first is not something I thought he would. I really
specifically a tight end.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I really thought we were gonna come into week 1. And you're like, yeah, Colson Loveland's my tight end 4 this week.
No. It doesn't hurt just to see it in week 1. I do think by week 3, week 4, it's not even going to be a conversation. But
probably not. But yeah, I think in week 1, you definitely want to start Ferguson for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the question isn't Tucker Kraft, but I'm sucking Tucker. I'm starting. I'm sucking Tucker Kraft. That's crazy. This guy just said I'm sucking Tucker Kraft. I'm starting Tucker Kraft in the flock league, but I mean, he's a veteran tight end in a situation where he's like, what if he had like a 10 target game against Detroit?
I can't take anything you say seriously now. You just said I'm sucking Tucker Kraft.
Sucking Tucker Kraft is crazy.
Yeah. Just
Jaden Blue inactive is with the injury, right? He's got the ankle sprain.
Okay. Who are you starting between? I'm assuming we're
Mozzie Smith is inactive.
Who is?
Mozzie Smith is inactive.
Yeah, that guy fucking stinks. That's why.
No, bro.
Igbuka versus T-Mac. Who are you starting?
Igbuka. I have T-Mac higher.
I also have T-Mac higher. I don't want to sit Igbuka though.
I don't want to sit Igbuka, but you kind of have to in that spot.
Yeah, the pauses are hitting the chat now. Oh, failing to update question status. Okay, I'm gonna have to quickly reset this. Remove that.
Oh, cool. There are weather concerns for tonight's Cowboys-Eagles game.
Danny, I'm glad you took only overs then.
Dude, Lamb's going to get like 17 targets on slants and drags. You ready for that in the flock league?
No, actually, I don't think that's going to happen at all.
We still can't run the football. We're still going to throw it. What are we going to do? We're going to throw to our slot. Bush is getting terrified now.
I'm not getting terrified at all. There's weather concerns tonight. Great news.
20 target CD Lamb game on the way, brother. Don't you worry.
It's actually not great news for me because I am starting Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith in my home league. But
what you know about Sedarian Landry?
Sedarian Landry, yeah. As I've often said, he is pretty Jarvis Landry comparable. So as a talent, I think they're about similar.
Hey, Jelly Boy, easy tiger.
I actually, Danny, I actually think you guys are going to get absolutely rinsed tonight. Like, I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be a 7.
I wonder why.
I'm not even saying that to piss you off. I think you guys are going to get absolutely dummy.
Troll bait.
It's not. It's really not. Like, I actually think that the Eagles minus 8.5 is absolutely how I would bet this game.
That's fine. You're square.
Okay. Well, after how many questions? We have a lot of questions. You want to take a little quick pause here and talk about some of our picks for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we did take a pause after I said I was sucking Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, well, you suck Tucker Kraft all you want. I'll roll through my picks here, and then you can go through yours. Mine are all loaded in, so while you're loading yours in, I'll go through mine. Yep. Some of the picks I talked about on the TikTok, the Instagram, and the shorts. Of course, make sure you guys are following all those platforms. I like Saquon to go lower than 17.45 fantasy points. Most places have it set around like 16. Dak Prescott, 36.5 pass attempts. I mean, they'll probably be playing catch up in the second half. Devontae Smith lower than 10.45 fantasy points. He's probably got to find the end zone and half PPR to get to that number. And if the weather concerns are real and, you know, the matchup might not be the greatest on the outside. And I actually just think that AJ Brown's going to be, based on like some of the matchup stuff I was looking at, he's probably going to be the guy that the offense runs through in the passing game. And you know, first game of the season's usually sloppy. I just don't anticipate like a passing bonanza from Jalen Hurts. But I did take the higher on George Pickens receiving yards because it is set 58.5, 59.5 in some places. So getting it at 55.5 on Underdog was really nice. And speaking of Underdog too, I really need to shout out a couple of things right now because We have where is it? We have the week 1 schedule for the promos that Underdog is dropping, which there's a lot of shit that we can talk about here. Week 1 promos, you guys can see it here. Tonight, Saquon Barkley gimme pick. So if you guys want to sign up, use the promo code FSE, as you know. We also have a profit boost token, 50%. You can't use them together, obviously, but you can make multiple entries, and we have multiple entries that you guys can tail if you want to. And then tomorrow, we also have a 50% profit boost. Saturday, during the main slate, there's a 100% profit boost. There's also like a witching hour promo that's going on. I think there's also going to be like flash stuff that happens. Monday, halftime adjustments promo. Tuesday, deal reveal. Like there's just tons of stuff going on. And right now, you can also play $5 and get $50 if you guys are new customers. And again, use promo code FSE. When you make that first play, you'll get $50 in bonus funds. And of course, the usual that you also get up to $1,000 in bonus cash on your first deposit. So there's like a shit ton of reasons to sign up on Underdog right now. Was just told to start Devontae, so you go on your fit.
It's half PPR, to be fair. No, he's saying
full PPR. He's half PPR fantasy points. His projection is just a little bit lower. And also, here's the thing. I do the thing sometimes with my picks where I try and take my emotion out of it, even though I'm starting Devontae Smith in my home league. And, we want to start Devontae Smith, generally speaking. I don't want to like look at Devontae Smith and think, oh, I'm starting him. Ergo, he's going to have 30 fantasy points like most of Danny's picks that he usually does. So I want to make sure that I'm like looking at the numbers. The numbers said that he's probably not a good, he's probably not a good bet to go higher than his fantasy points in half PPR.
Anyways, post Yap, my pick.
Post Yap.
Higher. I have the exact same one. I actually did pick it before you. You just made the TikTok faster.
I didn't even see that you picked it, to be honest.
Dak Prescott higher in the attempts. The Cowboys cannot run the football since week 6 of last year. Eagles #1 in rush defense EPA. So I just think it's going to be a tough time. The game that I actually consider comparing it to. Sorry, I didn't know how to phrase it. Do you recall 2021 Cowboys versus Buccaneers opening day after you guys won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I do recall that. I just think that's wishful thinking.
I don't think so. Do you remember how hard it was for us to run the football?
Oh, yeah. No, neither team could run the football.
Neither team could run the football. I can see that being the case tonight against the Eagles. In that game, Dak had a ton of volume. And I do think that, especially too, people are thinking, well, if it's rain, that means that the Cowboys aren't going to throw the football. I just think it's more so going to be a West Coast style type of approach. At that point, you're going to see a lot of dump offs, a lot of slots, a lot of drag routes, slants, all the 9 yards there, screen passes out of the backfield. I do think Dak, regardless of whether there's rain or not, is going to be a high volume quarterback because I simply don't think from a success standpoint you can consistently run the football against that Eagles front. CeeDee Lamb, obviously I'm going to correlate that bet. If I think Dak's going to throw the football a lot, I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb higher on his fantasy points. And then we get the other side there. A.J. Brown, Cowboys, man-heavy coverage. I can't speak right now. My apologies. They run a ton of man coverage, and A.J. Brown obliterates man coverage. Sorry, that was the worst promo of all time, but maybe these picks hit.
Yeah, I promise you the CeeDee Lamb one's going to be the one that fucks you because
I wonder why. I wonder why you're saying that.
Oh, I think he's just gonna have a good game. It's like, why though? Like,
dude, I did the whole thing on my short. If you didn't recall there, it took me about 3 minutes to spit that out. I was having a hard time spitting that out right now.
Yeah, I'd call it. That's payback for you saying that I was yapping.
Dude, you were yapping, but man, I'm unable to yap at this point right now. Holy shit. I'm fucking exhausted.
And then this was the entry I made last night where I used the Saquon Barkley gimme pick, which is a live special for all customers. I took lower than 22.55 fantasy points for Jalen Hurts. Again, I think that usually the first game of the season is a little sloppier. So while Jalen Hurts could burn me because he could rush for 70 yards and a touchdown on the ground and, throw for a touchdown or whatever, I just think that him going 1.5 points higher than his season average last year in the first game on Thursday night just doesn't seem likely to me. I also kind of was on the same page as you there, is that A.J. Brown's probably going to be the engine of the offense in the passing game. And Javonte Williams, I like to go higher than his receiving yards as well. Because
that's the one Javonte bet I like, because I think we're going to throw the football a ton. And Zeke and Pollard actually got a ton of usage out of the backfield in that one game 2021.
Yeah, the flaw in that take, though, is that neither team could run the football in Tampa or in Dallas, and I think the Eagles will have absolutely no problems running the football.
I do agree. I mean, from the Eagles' pass game perspective, but I also think from the opposite side, the Cowboys are just not going to be able to win this game 20-17. You're not going to be able to win this game 17-13. If you win this game, it'll be because your offense is moving the ball, and your offense is going to be moving the ball not because it's tucking in the belly of Javonte Williams.
I don't think we're getting a ton of offensive fantasy points tonight. I think that if the Eagles win this game, it's like turnovers, short fields, field goals, maybe Jalen Hurts pushes one in or something. Like, I don't think this is the over under of this game's like 48 points or 47.5 points or something like that. I would take the under on that. I don't think it's going over that.
I guess we'll find out, brother. Let's go into the site comments.
Yeah, we already answered this question, I believe. Yeah, this was Jake Ferguson, and then Teteroa meant there. Colorado Frost here.
Appreciate that. I saw him in chat earlier.
Yes, Tracy, Amarian Hampton, Kenneth Walker. So, I mean, it's funny because now I have these two guys on my team in my home league. But yeah, it's going to be Hampton and Walker there pretty easily. Even if Najee plays, I feel very confident in that stance with Hampton.
In terms of the flex, Tyrone Tracy.
Go T. Higgins, though.
T. Higgins, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to go T. Higgins. I mean, this is a goated looking squad, first of all. You don't have enough.
The fact that you're benching so many of those players is insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, not having T-Mac, Tracy, Hunter, like insane. That's how good your roster turned out. Because I don't know how the hell you got Nakua in a 10-team league. You got Nakua and Neighbors at the 1-2 turn. That's insane.
That's nutty. Also Bush.
What's up?
It wasn't even Jaden Blue's inactive because of the ankle sprain. Jaden Blue's inactive because he's a healthy scratch.
Yeah, because he fucking stinks. Like I've been saying for like fucking 6 months.
That's fucking insane.
Jaden Blue sucks, man. Like he is not good. I watched him for years at Texas. He's not a good running back. Jesus. He can catch the football and play special teams, which is what he is good for, a third or a fourth running back, which I think people get one like quick, tiny side tangent. When people spend a 4th or a 5th round pick on a running back, we're expecting Damian Pierce, Ramondre Stevenson, Bucky Irving, Tyrone Tracy, these guys that win the job as 4th and 5th round picks. Most NFL teams view 4th and 5th round picks as special teams players and backups.
Yeah, for sure. But,
so Jaden Blue being selected, people were like, oh, he's a starting running back. No, he doesn't have a starting running back skill set. He's a role player and special teamer.
Yeah.
I need help in my running back room. I drafted poorly, and I feel like I need to trade for a solid RB3. I mean, so Walker's going to be, Barkley and Walker, you need help in your running back room. I mean, yes, you don't have a great RB3 right now, but
that's a perfectly constructed running back room.
There's people out there that have Judkins and Caleb Johnson as their RB2 and 3. And they're 3 and 4 right now. So.
Hey, there's people out there that may or may not have taken them round 5 and 6 of the Flock League.
Yeah, so I think you're in okay shape having them as your depth at the moment. I mean, yes, maybe you're just shitting yourself a little bit because it's Walker and Barkley and they could get injured and that kind of thing, but hopefully they stay healthy for your sake. I wouldn't be too pressed to trade for a running back given the strength of your team here. So A.J. Brown's going to be in one of your wide receiver spots. T. Higgins going to be in the other. Those are pretty straightforward. Jake Ferguson, your tight end. And then he's just considering Caleb Williams, but it doesn't look like it's a super flex league, so I don't think that really matters.
Xavier
Worthy and Metcalf probably are going to be the 2 flexes here.
Yeah, I mean, like you're not going to start Thielen over Metcalf, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. And yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about your running back room. And I don't think you drafted poorly at all. Like it looks like you went,
I like
Barkley, AJ Brown, T. Higgins, Kenneth Walker with your first 4 picks. Like that's a pretty good start. Xavier Worthy, Metcalf with your 5th and 6th pick. Like I think you drafted pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Ryan 24, how start sit question. Looks like just a flex consideration. I mean, Chase Brown's just by far the answer here. Like as Henderson, Worthy, and Sutton are fine options, but Chase Brown's by far the answer here.
I mean, it's Chase Brown for sure.
Would you consider starting? Yeah, I mean, like, you're not going to start Sutton against over Harrison or McConkey either.
No, just put Chase Brown in. We move on to the next team.
Yeah, is there a tight end?
Maybe tight end? Yeah, no.
Quarterback? No. Okay, yeah, you're ready to go.
Yep.
Judo Wudo here. Isaiah Pacheco for Cortland Sutton. It's hilarious that they are literally back-to-back in my rankings. So if you need a receiver, I'll just take a quick look at your roster here. He was giving up Pacheco. He'd be getting Sutton. I mean, you have Henderson and Hampton, which is a little bit on the shakier side. It's a start 8.
I think
you are a little weaker at wide receiver behind Igbuka, and you have ETN as your 3rd running back. I'm fine making this move. I would prefer a better wide receiver than Sutton.
That's the thing. Can you go and find a better wide receiver than Sutton for a team that desperately needs a running back?
Yeah, like is there a team? This team has a lot of good good receivers.
Like even like a Roma Dunze?
I would rather have Sutton than Rome Odunze by
Faded.
a lot, actually.
Faded.
Okay. I would, if you could trade for Jameson Williams here, I would rather do that.
I
Checo for
would
J-Mo.
rather Odunze, but yeah. Anyways,
You'd rather Odunze than J-Mo, dude. You are fucking high as shit.
Bro, do you even watch what I put out, or do you just
I watch it? I just didn't think you were. I just didn't think you were psycho.
Have you not ever heard me make a take before?
I've heard you make a take. It's one
Like,
thing to
what?
be high on a player and like them at value.
A 6'3" prototype X wide receiver for Ben Johnson. Boo-hoo me for liking him. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, this guy is Hunter and is weak at running back. Like, knowing where Hunter goes in drafts, it's possible Pacheco could get you Hunter. Like, yeah, Pacheco went before Hunter in my home league.
Yeah, if that's the case, then go try and trade for Travis Hunter. It's very clear, though, he is expendable, in my opinion, for Pacheco here.
Yeah. Again, in a vacuum, I think Sutton's a fine pickup because you need a wide receiver. But yeah, I do think Pacheco could get you a little bit more on the open market as far as what wide receivers we would actually go after. Tedero McMillan versus Hunter versus Smith. I mean, these are our children here.
I have Ted the highest here, and I have Hunter the second highest.
Yeah, I have Smith higher than both of them. So,
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'd have to adjust that now with the potential weather concerns. I could maybe move him down a little bit, but like I feel pretty good about Smitty this week, especially with like is Diggs playing?
Like
Trayvon.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Stephon. I got so confused.
No, it's Trayvon Diggs playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, like these guys are, for what it's worth, I have Smith at 20, McMillan at 21, and Travis Hunter at 27. So they're all like in the same tier for me. They're all pretty closely ranked.
It's T-Mac 19, Hunter 20, Smith at 23.
Okay. So we're not being of much help to you, J Moose, but I guess by...
Dude, just go for the in-game stack as well.
In-games. Oh, the McMillan-Hunter correlation there?
Yeah.
I mean, you could go with that. And, you know, maybe you tie break to the weather concerns. Again, I personally would... I personally would rather have Smith. I think by our tiebreaker, Smith would be one of them. And then
having Hunter at 27 is just too low.
It's not that I have him too low. I just like the guys ahead of him.
You don't like Hunter enough. You probably have like Zay Flowers ahead of him.
I do have Zay Flowers ahead of him. I like that game environment.
That's disgusting, man.
I like that game environment. It is Hunter's first game. I want to see what his usage looks like.
I would say T-Mac and Hunter. Corey would say Devontae Smith and T-Mac.
Yeah.
And Tyler Warren and Colson Loveland are back-to-back for me, but I do like the game environment specifically for Warren a little bit better.
Yeah, they are not back-to-backs for me. I've Warren at like 7 and Loveland at 15.
I mean, that's just a wild discrepancy to have.
I think there's just far more concerns of snap share and route participation for Loveland in the first game of the season. That's my reason.
Anyways, next question.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see you making a reasonable argument why that's not true.
Dude, I don't have the fucking patience, dude, right now. We have so many more questions to get through.
Yeah, we don't have that many more.
All right, dude.
We got tons of time still.
Tyler Warren.
Is this the same question? Tyler Warren. Oh, okay. Looks a little
different. Is the exact same now.
Similar players, I guess.
I guess there's Mike Evans in this one. Mike Evans going in for sure.
Yeah, Mike's going in, and then Hunter. Over at Buka for both of us, I think.
Yes.
But I'm
actually shocked that you
have him close. Like it's not far.
I have Igbuka higher than you as well if you have Hunter at 27.
Yeah, I have Igbuka at 30.
I have Igbuka at 25.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I just have a tiny little bit of hesitation starting a rookie in their first game. That's why I have them 10% lower than I would want to. KD 35 MVP has Isaiah Pacheco versus Jalen Waddle. I actually have this exact decision in the Flocked Up League.
Yeah, Cody, I'm not dealing with that right now, bro. I'm not trying to fucking get into yeah, like we're not doing that. Sorry, buddy.
I don't know why you're getting personally offended by it.
No, it's just like I don't have the fucking patience. Every time I make a take, you just fucking scream at me. That's what happens. Like straight up. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting right now. I mean, it is what it is. Like you act all high and mighty. Like literally fuck off sometimes. Seriously.
All right.
Like because what was it going to lead to? Another 10-minute diatribe where we waste no time and make no case? Like seriously?
All right.
Like that, like that's what happens. How many times? Like you try to intentionally throw me off. I
wasn't trying to
no.
intentionally
You
throw you off
tried
with
to
that
intentionally
question.
rage bait me. You know that I have a Doomsday higher. You act like it's the most blasphemous thing you've ever heard. Get off your fucking high horse.
Okay.
Straight up.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Anyways,
Tedero McMillan, Travis Hunter, George Pickens, Emeka Egbuka. I feel like these like guys
T-Mac.
are going to be repetitively like in the same question a lot because they probably a lot of our listeners drafted them.
T-Mac the highest here.
Yeah, I think I have T-Mac higher than Pickens. Let me look. Yeah, I have T-Mac higher than Pickens. So yeah, he would be.
If I have T-Mac higher than Pickens, then you know it means something.
Yeah, those are all like 21 through 28 of my wide receiver rankings or something. Like they're all really good options this week. L Haas 20, Brees Hall versus Romo Dunze. I fear this might cause another gripe.
I'm going to Doomsday. You're going Brees Hall. Let's go to the next question.
Well, I think actually it's not going to because there's 2 flex questions here. Or 2 flex spots. So there we go. Beautiful.
There we go.
But yeah, is there anybody else in consideration just quickly before? I mean, I definitely want to see what Bill looks like before I even consider putting him into my lineup usage wise, because he was listed like the wide receiver or the running back 3 or some shit on the depth chart. JSN versus Henderson in a trade. I mean, I prefer JSN. Let me just see what like do you need a wide receiver situation is here. I feel like we answered a similar question to this already, if not the same question.
It's a very similar. I don't recognize the username. Honestly, I think you're good enough at wide receiver to just hold Henderson.
I just prefer JSN in a vacuum though. That's why I'm like,
I don't. I don't straight up
ranked over JSN.
I can check right now. They're at the very minimum in the same tier. If not, I had Henderson straight up over. Let me check right now. Redraft. I had Trevion Henderson at 35. I had JSN at 32, but they were in the same tier.
Yeah. I mean, I probably I haven't touched my redraft rankings since like Monday because I didn't think anybody was really drafting after that.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. I'm just going off of my last one though.
I would probably move Henderson up 6 or 7 spots probably since then, just because of all the positive buzz that he continues to receive. Yeah. Again, if you want to just hold Henderson, given that you're good at receiver, I think that's probably fine. But in a vacuum, I think even despite me moving Henderson up a little bit, I still probably would prefer JSN slightly, but it would be close.
For sure. We got the next question here. Brees Hall, Jalen Moore, and Isaiah Pacheco, Trey Benson. I don't like the game environment for either of those first 2 running backs, but I still do prefer Brees Hall. It's kind of the talent play there. They aren't, I hate to admit this, they aren't far enough apart that I would want. I have Jalen Warren and Brees Hall actually relatively closely ranked.
I actually agree with you. I don't have them that far apart either.
It's gross to admit because obviously from a pure talent perspective, Brees Hall shouldn't be in that conversation. But I still do prefer Brees Hall to Jalen Warren.
For me. They're pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah. I would go with Brees regardless. Isaiah Pacheco would actually be my highest of those. Potential good game environment there versus the Chargers. I mean, we'll wait and see there. I'm curious what the Chargers end up looking like, obviously with the Rashawn Slater news, but
they have a good, they have a really good defense, man.
They do.
I don't think people realize yet what caliber of defense the Chargers could be this season. And
top 10.
It wouldn't shock me if they're there's a couple fantasy defenses every year that just become every week starters. It wouldn't shock me if they're that level of defense this season. Yeah. The way that they want to play too, and, generate turnovers.
The fact that they've retained Minter is the main thing.
People I've heard Peter Schrager and
Connor about Minter, right?
People are dude, Jesse Minter is thought of as the next Mike McDonald.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know why that is, right? He took over for McDonald for Michigan the year they won the national championship, and he actually worked on McDonald's staff. It's funny because the way that they kind of all flip between the University of Michigan, the Baltimore Ravens, and the LA Chargers, it's just the Harbaugh connections. All these coordinators kind of go all over. McDonald obviously got his head coaching spot with Seattle.
Yeah, I would expect Jesse Minter to be a head coach this
Agreed.
Year, to be honest. And I think I would be quite happy if, you were the Dolphins or the Colts or some of these teams that are kind of in danger of losing their coaches, firing their coaches or whatever. The Bengals potentially, if they have another bad season, if you get a Jesse, imagine if Zach Taylor and the Bengals kind of don't have a great season again. They win 10 games, get one and done in the playoffs or something. Zach Taylor gets fired and you bring in Jesse Minter to take over that defense and reshape a defense around Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow can make any play caller and offensive coordinator look good. you have Jesse Minter running a defense for that team, it would be pretty insane.
Yep, for sure. Also, Chase, don't worry, we good. We're good for a few crash outs every month.
Yeah. But yeah, that was
we already answered that.
Okay, sorry,
Yep,
I just wanted to make sure I made.
Yeah, we're chilling
here. 17 sellers. Is this a Lenora Sellers fan account on the site?
Let me see here. I mean, he's got everything put in. I mean, I guess Stephon Diggs would be the decision point.
Yeah, I would start Travis
Hunter
over
easily.
Diggs, yeah.
Is there any? I mean, Olave. I'm going Odunze over Olave for me.
Wouldn't do it.
Odunze over Olave for me.
Where do I have Olave even ranked? I have no idea.
He's like early to mid 30s for me, I want to say.
Yeah, I actually have him one spot higher than Odunze because the Cardinals matchup is like not, that bad.
Do you want to watch the New Orleans Saints play?
No, I don't. But I guess my opinion on the Bears is like I don't really want to put the cart before the horse with them either. Like I think that the Vikings are a really good defense. They're vary their looks.
Where do you have these guys both ranked? We'll find our answer here.
I have Olave at 36 and Roma at 37.
24 and 31 for me. So
okay, well, yeah, we'll roll with Odunze as the tiebreaker there. Well, actually, do you have Diggs higher than any of those guys?
Diggs I have at 35.
Okay, well, Diggs actually would be my answer. Like if I was just me answering this question, I actually have Diggs higher than Odunze and Olave, so I would put Diggs in personally. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Odunze over Diggs. It's not like they're kind of all in the same tier of like startable players for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have Diggs too far behind.
Yeah, Diggs, because he's coming off an injury too, he's also one of those guys I would maybe like to wait and see what he looks like as well. Andrews, yeah, you're not going to start anyone over him. Yeah, okay, yeah, you should be good here. Arthur in the chat here, sit question. I guess Waddle would maybe be a questionable guy here.
Maybe Ferguson versus Loveland would be Henderson, bro. Henderson goes in.
Yeah, you're going to start Henderson over Waddle in his first game?
Easily, without question for me.
I do love the matchup for the Dolphins playing against the Colts. And if you were like skittish about, okay, I have no idea what Henderson's workload is going to look like, I don't think it's outrageous to play Waddle, but I think I'd be comfortable taking the risk on Henderson as well.
Bush, you could be concerned, by the way, about maybe Rome Odunze because of the matchup. But did you consider this?
Yeah, I mean, Olave, I wouldn't say Olave is unstartable. I'd be like,
I agree, but like,
have to start him, but he's still a top 40 receiver because of his target share and a player that he is.
Arthur,
until I see, like, unless I'm watching the Saints and I'm like, this team can't score 10 points, then I'll fucking move him down my rankings. But
for sure,
I think Kellen Moore is a decent enough coordinator that they could maybe coach around stuff a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Just Odunze's upside, man.
How many rookies can I start week one? Yeah, I would lean more with Ferguson, Arthur, over Loveland. That would be the one area where I'm like, I probably don't want to start the rookie there.
For sure. But overall, I mean, I think your lineup is pretty set otherwise. Yeah, no doubt.
Surge
between Beeman, Aaron Jones, and Hunter. I mean,
yeah,
Hunter.
I mean,
give us.
There's times to play it safe, and this is not one of them.
Dude, sometimes she's too beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy that you said it that way. Tyler Warren, yeah, okay.
Spicy, you like that one?
Yeah, I do like that one. What Broncos jersey should I buy? Throwback. This is a very good question. Also, great use of the super message thing. Not enough non-fantasy related super message questions that we get.
Dylan, sorry, my bad. I thought you were.
What Broncos jersey should I buy? Throwback. As in like a throwback player or a throwback jersey with a new player.
If you want to just embrace the meme, get Shannon Sharp after all the shit that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting a new player with the throwback jersey, I would 100. If I was a Broncos fan or wanted a Broncos jersey, I would get Surtain for sure.
Yeah, for a throwback jersey of a current player, Surtain. I thought you meant like an old throwback player.
Seeing Broncos beat Cowboys in October. Yeah, I mean, I would be down. Like, dude, I got a little bit of a Knicks mania in my system as well. Like, I'd be totally cool going with a Bo Nix jersey as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, you love Knicks too. Shannon Sharp jersey. Yo, an Unk jersey. You have to get a Shannon Sharp jersey and then just play the Unk bit.
Because he's Unk? Is that why? Yeah, that is funny.
Shannon Sharp throwback Broncos orange jersey would go so hard, bro.
Okay, hold on. See, here, okay, this is one of the major problems with the whole jersey. Like, oh, you should just buy this jersey. Guys, the one thing that really, really sucks. Okay. Also, I searched Shannon Sharp on Google, and the first fucking headline that came up is "Tie me up and fuck me." Shannon Sharp sexually explicit exchanges with blank. I don't know who this is talking about. Why is that the first thing that comes up when I Google Shannon Sharp's name?
Dude, this is the jersey that you got to get, bro. You ready? Oh, it's already on another tab, but let me go to this tab. Corey, you got to get this and just, instead of Sharp, just like plaster tape on a paper, and it just says Unk and Sharpie.
Yeah. That's a dope jersey too, actually.
It is a fire jersey. I can't lie. I cannot lie.
Tie me up and fuck me is wild.
Yo.
Why was that the first thing? It was 3 hours ago too. It was like a recent report.
Dude, we're getting some unhinged comments on the stock exchange tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, if you worth the $5, Max.
Appreciate
if you wanted an old school jersey, I personally would like a little Rod Smith type beat. If you went with like an old Broncos player, I think that would be kind of cool. Or like a Terrell Davis even too would be nice. But yeah, if you're gonna go with a current player, I think Bo Nix or Sertan would be the way.
Jesse Christ.
Jesse Christ, dude. Hate Jesse Christ.
Did I fleece my league this year? Okay, let's look at this team. Jaden Daniels, Kenneth Walker, James. Wait, what the?
Did I fleece my league this year? Yeah, I mean the London CeeDee Lamb stack is something. He's got Rice in reserve there too, and Hunter. I mean, I would start Hunter over Pacheco. Do you agree with that, or are you starting Pacheco?
Hunter, baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! With this team, start Hunter and just enjoy your Sunday.
Pacheco over Connor?
No.
No, you have Connor ranked higher?
It's the Saints.
Did not recall who they were playing. They are actually in the same like tier, like our rankings. Just to give you guys an idea, I should actually show this because people probably are curious. Give you a little brief look here. Let me just zoom in so I don't give away the whole farm.
You gonna leak like me?
Yeah, facts. The rankings on our site for like weeklies are like they're gonna show up in like tiered format, so you guys can see kind of like who would relatively be in the same kind of category as far as like a starter. So that's something that you can see if you guys have access to the weekly rankings, which you would. Oh, I zoomed in on this page too, which you would have access to if you guys are site subscribers, and of course, a lot of you guys probably bought the season pass, so you should be able to see those. But yeah. You absolutely did fleece your league this year. This is a gross looking squad, especially knowing that you also have Jaden Daniels, and Tyler Warren. I almost combined Jaden Daniels and Tyler Warren into Jalen Warren, who's a different player.
He's going to go off this week. Trust the process.
I hope not, because I fucking traded him today, but.
Wait. You know who I just saw followed the fucking Instagram account, by the way?
Who?
Do you remember Eric Comrie? He's a goaltender in the NHL.
Yeah, I do.
I saw he followed the fucking reels. There's a notification. Yeah,
dude. I remember when I was a kid, I used to have his So this is that's such a fucking random name drop that you just dropped too. Because when I was a kid, Danny, you had like an older brother growing up. Who was the snooper for Christmas presents in your family? I feel like everybody had someone in their family that was looking for Christmas presents.
Did you even have to ask?
That was you.
I mean, like, seriously?
I am not the snooper. My brother was the snooper.
Oh, shit.
My brother once snooped so hard that he found my presents and showed them to me. And
that's an asshole move.
There was a pack of hockey cards, and literally Eric Comrie was one of the cards.
Oh shit! How old were you?
Like 7 or 8, probably.
Eric Comrie's born in 1995.
What? No, there's a guy in the NHL whose last name was Comrie that was in when I was a kid. Hold on, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Mike Comrie. Sorry, Mike.
That might be his dad, dude.
No, Mike Comrie. He was an Oilers goalie.
Yeah, dude, that might be his dad, maybe.
Yeah. Is Eric Comrie related to Mike Comrie? Why? What the hell?
It's his younger brother.
Danny, go on Google. I want you to see what I just searched. Search is Eric. Everyone else do this at home. Search is Eric Comrie, and see what the second thing is, because the first one is related to Mike Comrie.
Okay, I saw it.
Did you see it?
I saw it. What the fuck?
Why is that the next thing?
Dude. I don't know.
Hopefully he's not listening to this because he just followed us.
What a G, bro. What a G. That's crazy. I just saw the notification. I'm like, yo, shout out the boy. I remember when he got drafted. He was Team Canada goalie for juniors.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Like,
I don't actually remember that.
2013, maybe?
Yeah. That's kind of goated that his half brother is Mike Comrie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Also, that's a wild age discrepancy because Mike Comrie was born in 1980.
You know, literally.
So it's like a 15-year age gap. Yeah, we're going to go between this question here for Carlito. We're probably going Travis, I would imagine. Or do you have Pickens higher than Travis?
I have Hunter a little bit higher.
You have Hunter higher than Pickens?
I have Hunter at 19. I have Pickens at 21.
Okay. I have Pickens at 26 and Hunter at 27. So it's kind of, I guess, technically Hunter by tiebreaker. But this is an easy thing here because he has Pearsall in his other flex, and I have Pickens ranked higher than Pearsall. So that's actually an easy way you start both of them.
Let's do that, brother.
Also, make sure in this question, Carlito, you put Pickens into your wide receiver spot because he's playing tonight.
It's a crazy comment from Dylan.
His parents took a break, Dev. It's giving that tism. It's, you know what it's giving? It's giving like dad had a vasectomy reversed or something.
Oh my God.
He had a vasectomy and then he got it reversed.
That's crazy.
So Dylan's in the chat here. His
person off in the look.
Yeah. $6 allowance money going towards the start.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Leaning Marv or Smith.
He did say Mason also confirmed Marvin Harrison Jr. and he's guessing that's what we're going. Also, shout out to Maine. Yeah, so we mistook a hockey player. So Bush thought of his 44-year-old step sibling, and it was actually the guy born in 1995.
Yeah. And then there's if for some reason when you search is Eric Comrie, it says autistic on Google for some reason. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, I would also go with Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm assuming you're the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to be really sad about though? Is if we get another 2024 Marvin Harrison Jr. season where he's like wide receiver 39 in points per game. I'm going to be really sad if that happens. I'm not going to lie.
Yo, how bad is Nathan's team going to be at that point? Is he going to win a game?
Dude, Nathan's team will make me want to jump off a bridge if I had it, to be honest.
Dude. Do you guys have a bet? God. We need it for the do we have a bet?
No, we don't. We should probably come up with one in the next little while here.
What bet do we want to do? Fuck. What's even good? What's a good bet between us?
I mean,
give us context. What's your guys' bet? So like, we're not going to copy it, but like,
well, we need. So I'm not going to be able to think of this while I'm on live because I'm in the zone here and we're focused. But after we get off the live, I might like think it through, and then before kickoff, I might send it to you, and then I'll throw a clip in the chat or in the clips channel of it. Just because I'm trying to think of.
I don't know what theirs is though.
What would be something? I think one thing that could be funny is that if you do something I would do and I do something you would do. You know what I mean? Like you have to do something unky and like I have to yell with a helmet on or some shit. Yeah, Corey with the helmet.
Corey with the helmet would be crazy. Do you have one?
No, I don't.
Oh shit. Then I would have to drive over and deliver it.
This is hilarious. I'm gonna crush him and he knows it.
I mean, I guess like it might be late though. That's the thing. It's like we would have to decide on something.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to come up with something like.
Oh fuck! No, that's the worst. If I win, you pull an all-nighter.
I have to take Corey's birthday cake to the face. Maria's spending a lot of time baking it right now, so I don't want to ruin the cake by throwing it in someone's face.
Yeah, facts. No, I'm trying to think like that.
I gotta stay up till 12 a.m. I actually did stay up till 12 a.m. recently when I was editing my home league draft. I stayed up till 12 a.m. and I wanted to die.
We also should have another trade review on the site, by the way.
Yeah, I'll refresh after we get through this one. But yeah, Marvin is what we're rolling with there, Dylan. NJ wins 12. We have Marvin Harrison, Travis Hunter, Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams, Tony Pollard. A lot of good options there.
Oh yeah.
Is Harrison your preference of that group?
Yeah, give me Marvin Harrison Jr. here. Second option here would be Travis Hunter for me.
Yeah. At the risk of starting another issue here, I mean, like I would definitely start Garrett Wilson over Travis Hunter.
Dude.
Hold on. Do you have JMO below either of them?
No, I have JMO above Garrett.
Okay. Well, I have Garrett like way higher than JMO, so it's probably going to end up tiebreaker wise being Garrett and Travis.
Okay.
I have JMO like shortly behind Hunter. He's like pretty close with him. It's not like a big discrepancy
okay,
for me.
so that'll probably do it for us then.
Yeah. But you're not going to like where I have Garrett Wilson ranked.
I don't want to know. I'm not even going to ask. You're not going to like where I have Garrett Wilson ranked.
I have him at 17. I don't see why that's a problem. I don't know. He is probably, for what it's worth, I'm probably going to move him down a little bit now that I think about it, because Joey Porter is expected to shadow him, so I probably shouldn't have him that high. But
wide receiver 26, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
I'm optimistic. If I see a fucking 4 target game because Justin Fields only threw 14 times, I'll probably start moving him down lower.
Why subject yourself to that in week 1?
I mean, yeah, watching the Jets and Steelers, I could think of a lot of better things to do. You know how like every year there's a couple teams that even though they're like kind of, you think they're not going to be great, you're still kind of excited to watch them because there's a couple of young players that they have. And
yeah,
you know, like I feel like there's more teams this year than ever where I'm like, I'm already done with you and the season hasn't even begun yet.
For sure.
Like the Steelers, already done with them. Don't want to watch them at all.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Moore, and he's just so cheap. I had to get him.
I'm glad I don't have to watch them now, to be honest, after trading him away. That's the other thing about this trade. Like I'll throw it up on the screen again. My viewing experience for Sundays just went up tenfold. Devontae Smith, Philadelphia Eagle, Los Angeles Charger, Green Bay Packer versus Jaguars, 2 wide receivers on the same team, and Byshell Tootin on my bench. Jalen Warren, subject my eyes to the Arthur Smith offense. And I mean, we'll see what happens with Minnesota, how good they are.
I swear every time Danny doesn't like something, he just bursts out laughing. I do start laughing. I do.
Eric, what are you saying, bro? Lock for the AFC Championship, dude. I'll shave my head on Cam if the Pittsburgh Steelers win a playoff game this year.
Did you hear, by the way, if Mason comes in last, he's gonna shave his head in the fucking thing, in the Waffle House.
I do think that a head shave for the vlog would have been almost as good of a punishment as the Waffle House. Like if we all got to shave the person's head,
yeah,
like we all have a razor and we're just shaving someone's head, that would have been pretty funny.
For sure.
I'll shave my head if they don't. Okay, we got a Steelers homer out here.
Hey,
if the Steelers make the playoffs and like squeak out some fucking win against like the 4 seed Texans, I'm gonna be so mad. Niners a lock for the divisional.
Did you ever get those AI sounding fucking comments on Twitter and they're from real people and you're just like, oh, you're actually real and you're typing like that?
Okay, so I don't want to out someone at this store, but the place I went to get the draft board mounted, I got like some foam board. They put the draft board on some foam board. The person
talking code
to me talked like they were AI. They were like, "So are you having a good day so far?"
Oh.
I'm like, "Why are you trying to like learn about the humans from your home planet?" Like, it was so weird. Like, super helpful, super nice employee and shit, but like talked like literal AI. Maybe it was why they were so good at their job.
Richard, what are you talking about?
Richard's a little behind.
Oh, is he watching the Crash Out live commenting?
To be fair, like, I think professionalism went out the window a long time ago when Danny fell asleep baked on a fucking live stream in 2021. I think professionalism long gone since then.
If you're watching us for
not even on the team anymore.
Dude, like if you're watching us for professionalism, like there's so many more professional. Like Mason wears a suit, I guess. Like he goes to business.
I mean, all the big sites in fantasy have YouTube channels where everyone's acting professionally. That would be a good way to get your professional fantasy stuff.
100%. With that being said, like for every professional, you need the guy that's willing to just go out there and have a good time and try to entertain. I mean, I do my best.
Mad lad today.
I am the mad lad.
We got peak mad lad.
You're not exactly, bro. You're here.
No,
you're here to watch me crash out and wear my heart on my sleeve.
Like Professionalism would be us knowing how to use technology, which is not usually the case because I'm Unk and Danny doesn't know how to use technology. And professionalism would be like having a proper intro to every live stream instead of me doing 3 things while I'm introing the live stream, which is usually what's occurring and why my intros suck. Someone commented on my intro for the vlog and they were like, worst fucking intro ever or something like that. And I was like, why don't you just watch to the end of the video? You just immediately for 30 seconds in are like, fucking worst intro ever. I was just reading the league settings. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, dude. People are like not like you have a 7-minute intro and there's literally timestamps. The one video was like you were. Yeah, no, I do sound like a seagull. It was the draft video, your draft strategy video. You literally had like 7 minutes explaining what you did in your studies, and people were like, "Well, it's 7 minutes before you say anything actionable." It's like, buddy, there's fucking timestamps. Use them.
Yeah, no, dude. There's like some commenters will be like, it took you 15 minutes to get into the to the mock draft or whatever. And then there's some commenters that are like, I'm so confused right now. Like, what are you even talking about? So it's like, I don't know who to please here. Do I go in depth on stuff or do I skip ahead to the good shit? The hell? Someone commented on your short and said Cowboys couldn't stop a rock if it had an offense. I don't even know what that means.
He's not wrong.
But anyways, let's refresh the just be you. Yeah, me going in depth is me. Like even on TikTok, like I accidentally stumbled upon one other person's TikTok and they were like 5 fades this year in fantasy. And it was like a 32-second TikTok for 5 fades in fantasy. I'm like, brother, I would spend 32 seconds easily on the first guy.
I watched somebody on YouTube go through here's how the first round of your draft should go. And he did all 12 picks in like fucking 57 seconds. And I'm like, dude, like it was just like Devon Achane 112. He catch passes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen like very similar. It's like 5 fades in your fantasy league, and it's like Tyreek Hill, old and bad vibes. Like that's like the take. It's like, okay, well, like my fucking nephew could make that take.
Like really valuable over there, eh?
Eric said that's perfect for my brain rot. Yeah, I mean, I feel like on TikTok, me doing like a 4-minute waiver video on TikTok is like the only person doing that because everyone else's waiver is like, here's 17 must-add players, and it's like a 16-second TikTok. Chat GPT gives me a fades list. Yeah. Also, I'm so glad I left that Aaron Hernandez joke in the vlog because I almost took it out. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get pushback for that. But it wasn't me who said it. So I was like, screw it. I'm leaving it in because Lucas fucking absolutely cooked with that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. With that being said, payday fool, I am taking Isaiah Pacheco over Bill any day of the week.
Give him Pacheco all day.
Yeah. I am glad. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm really glad that this industry is like a bunch of dudes just like playing fantasy. So everyone understands that in that environment where all 12 of my friends are, there's going to be some unhinged shit that's said.
Oh, for sure, bro. People got to understand
that was the point. So I'm glad that people didn't take shit out of context. And it's like, dude, we're all like drunk drafting fantasy teams. Like, of course, somebody's going to go up there and be like, yeah, I asked ChatGPT to like, what if I want to hang the belt in the fucking rafters, who should I pick or whatever. Like, that was electric. Yeah, that was electric.
Oh, dude, you're just lucky that BMAC wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, BMAC, I had to censor Ward pretty hard too. Like, Ward said some shit and I actually had to cut out.
Yeah, dude. I realized Ward was a little bit of the wild one when we had a couple drinks at the dinner.
Yeah, no, he gets a couple.
I love it though. I love it.
He's in there. Okay. What shall we do for the next little bit before the stream is done? First, it's one quick more time. Shout out Underdog here because it is the kickoff of the NFL season. Again, if you guys want to tail some of the picks that we talked about earlier, we'll flash them on the screen one more time. Right now, these are the promos. Up to $1,000 in bonus funds on your first deposit. 50% deposit match up to $1,000. That is the usual deal. But you also have a play $5, get $50 for new customers as well. So on your first play, do your first pick 'em entry, so on and so forth. You get $50 in bonus cash there. You also, of course, can tail my picks from today. These were Danny's picks from today. And then I'll leave this one on the screen. I'll leave them on the screen a little bit longer. And then they also have a ton of week 1 promos going on, including a Saquon Barkley site-wide gimme pick. Most people should have access to that. I believe it's for everybody, but it did say there's some restrictions that apply. I'm not sure what those restrictions are, but we had access to it on Spicy's account there. 50% profit boost also for today. So if you don't have the gimme pick for whatever reason, you should have the profit boost. 50% profit boost tomorrow. And of course, we'll have you covered with more picks tomorrow as well. 100% profit boost for the Sunday slate. And every week we'll be doing Thursday picks, Sunday night football picks, and Monday picks on the TikTok, the Instagram, and the shorts. The witching hour is going to have like a flash special by the sounds of it this year that goes on for the final quarter of week 1, 1 p.m. Main slate there, and then halftime adjustments, deal reveal, tons of promos there. And then this was my other entry that I had going. This was me using the Saquon gimme pick in here as well. So yeah, lots of picks going on, and I'm excited. Hopefully we get that birthday luck tonight.
Shout out Caleb. Yes, sir.
Someone said drop your unhinged fantasy team names, and Michael said they hit the second hour. That's crazy.
Of course Dylan won the subscription, by the way, the membership.
Yeah, that is, you know what, if anybody was gonna get the membership, it actually needed to be Dylan, because I don't think he's old enough to purchase one himself.
He wouldn't be allowed to otherwise. Yeah, shout out.
Sawyer coming out with a fucking bang today. 7-leg 40x tonight. Shout out.
What you know about my 3-leg plus 1900 of the most biased lay you'll ever see?
Yeah, Danny's about to be 3-leg Cowboys minus 15.5, even though they're 8.5 underdogs.
It's the one I showed you.
For 2+ touchdowns.
It's the one I showed you. Don't worry. All it was Cowboys to win, CD Lamb to score, and Michigan to win. And I got a 3-legger for plus 1900. It was worth $20 to win 420, in my opinion. Fuck it. That's $20, throw a dart. If I win 420, I'll feel fucking fantastic.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so maybe this is Richard, because this is a French name, but Richard, if it's Richard, let me know. My home league mates I made them look good. Let's just put it that way. The raw footage was not them being good on camera. Trust me. There was moments where, they were good on camera. Like I got the good moments, but a lot of the footage was unusable. I'm not going to lie. Like it was pretty bad. So
who would you say were the most natural?
That's why it took me so long to edit the freaking thing.
Who did you say were the most natural?
The most natural guys on camera?
Yeah.
Lucas was pretty natural. Not at the confession cam. He seemed a little nervous, but on the actual camera, the main camera, he was really good. Everybody was nervous at the confession cam. Honestly, I don't think anybody was really natural on the confession cam. I think Riley wasn't bad on the confession cam. Arnold has been on camera a few times on our channel before. We're listener league drafts and shit. So he wasn't bad on the confession cam. Ward wasn't bad on the confession cam. Dylan and Simon and shit just explained, over explained stuff on the confession cam. Nick was obviously Nick was super nervous in the confession cam. The stutter guy was my favorite.
Also,
I might have to tell Nick to nickname his team the stutter guy.
Darnell Mooney game time decision.
What's up?
Darnell Mooney game time decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think we probably should have expected that based on him missing the entire offseason.
So let me ask you this: what's Drake London's stat line if Darnell Mooney's out
against Tampa? Fuck, we're gonna get rinsed. I will say, I'm really, really excited. You remember in 2020, our rookie class was Winfield and Wirfs in the first two rounds. I think that Igbuka and Ben Morrison might be the Winfield and Wirfs outcome, which is we draft 2 all-pros with our first 2 picks. Huh?
Who's your second pick again?
Benjamin Morrison, the Notre Dame.
Oh, right. Has he been that good?
Dude, he first of all, he was exceptional as a prospect. He just was really hurt.
And small.
And a little undersized, but he was an excellent athlete, and he had 7 picks his freshman season at Notre Dame.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Also, you might have actually heard me in the background because one of Corey's league mates, I was FaceTiming at separate parts of the draft when I was hitting my round.
Yeah, I don't think Danny wasn't there. So
I wasn't there. I'm saying he might have heard me on the FaceTime.
You probably didn't hear him.
No, but I'm saying Debo might have been close to the or near a camera or a mic or something, and maybe someone picked up on my voice because he was FaceTiming me.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
Who was mic'd
somebody in
up?
my league just maybe sounds a little bit like you, and that's
Maybe.
who he's thinking he heard.
Could be. Could be. I'm not sure.
Danny is literally just that loud.
You could hear me from Hamilton.
From Hamilton, I could hear Danny an hour and 15 minutes away. That would be fucking funny as hell if it was like, yeah, Danny's just nearby. We could sense him.
You can hear me.
That's the wrong overlay. That's also the wrong overlay. There we go. I just want to show the underdog one there. 50% deposit match. There we go.
What time you want to go till, by the way?
We could go for like 5 more minutes. Maria baked me a cake, and my parents are coming over in like 15 minutes to watch the game and have cake with me and shit. So, also one of my favorite jokes.
They're winning.
Okay. Well, one of my favorite jokes is Dion Cole has in his act. He goes, "Have you ever like had a birthday and you got to subtly let people know without saying, 'Hey, it's my birthday'?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just going home to have this cake I get once a year." And that's me today. I just got to let people know. It's like I'm having this cake that I get once a year.
Yeah, I'm feeling like more of an unk today than any day. How old are you turning? 40 or 50?
I'm turning 47.
He's got soccer practice at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not acknowledging the other time zone.
Did anyone? Okay, so I know everybody's like 13 years old who watches the Flock League, so maybe the unk bits are not going to land well. But I am absolutely trying to expand my record collection, and I'm going to just literally use record related stuff every single week, and I'm going to find a song on each record and make a thing out of it. And I want to continue to do that because I'm just trying to build my record collection anyways. And Danny was the first victim of that. The Styx Grand Illusions, literally one of my favorite records ever. So
I said this in our group chat, but like I had like so many responses to Mason, to Nathan, to you, and 90% of my clips just were not even used.
Oh, dude, I went on a diatribe on a kicker on getting Kaimi Fairbairn, which I thought was like gold, and he didn't use it because I was like too late getting my waiver stuff in.
Bro, the one was bad though. It's like you're talking shit to me, and I made a whole response, like a 2-minute response. None of it was used.
I'm glad.
None of it. I was watching, and I'm like, bro, Nick, I love you, but I got shafted this episode.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Danny, you literally recorded all your clips with no sound or whatever.
I re-recorded them, but like, dude, there was a.
But he was probably already done. When did you get them in?
Dude, that's a good point, because there was a 23-minute video, and I probably appeared on that video for like 24 seconds.
What? Like, when did you put your clips in?
The morning of.
Yeah, like there's no shot you were going to be in it. He probably was done already.
I recorded them the night before, and then the fucking audio was cooked, so I had to re-record them. So it's 100% my fault. I'm just like, damn, fuck.
Yeah.
People thought
they were butched like a day before though. Like you could have recorded them sooner.
I recorded them the night before, and I was so drained. It was fucking 12 a.m. I wasn't going to re-record 6
Didn't you record them on Tuesday?
No,
or on Monday or something?
I didn't have time Monday. I was golfing with the boys. Right. I had my draft, and then I was going to record them Tuesday. And then the sound was cooked. But anyways, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to record more for the next episode. But I had so many responses to literally all the bits. By the way, people taking Mason and Nathan seriously. Jalen Coker was the only fucking player I raised in my rankings, and it was specifically after the Adam Thielen trade. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, people did take them very seriously. I will say, though, you did this after you got Warren, you did raise him, but I know you picked him because of what Nick told you and on that kind of stuff.
Well, that's why.
And London, you did move up your rankings shortly after you got him too.
Not over Amon-Ra. No, he's always been over Amon-Ra.
But he wasn't a first-round player for you before you got him.
He still isn't. He's 13th for me.
Okay, I thought he was like 15 or 16, and you moved him up to like 12.
No. He was 14, and I think I moved him to 13. There was one running back I moved down, and I think it was Genty. That was the only thing I did with Loveland.
Yeah.
It was the only thing I did.
Let me just make sure we have any more questions here.
Loveland, I literally had at 69 going into the draft weekend, because you know that's a fact. Because literally,
I know you didn't artificially raise Loveland. I knew you had him that high.
But so like all the creators are making diatribes and shit about that. I'm like, dude, like the only guy I raised a ton was Coker, and I moved him up to wide receiver 48 because he was the number 2 wide receiver and slot wide receiver for Bryce Young. It's just unfortunate he got placed on IR randomly. Like,
Yeah,
did you hear anything about that hamstring until the day he was placed on IR?
Wide receiver 48, I don't think was outrageous. I think overall wise, I think it was a little high for me.
I didn't adjust him in overalls. I just moved him up at wide receiver, so I probably just didn't adjust the overalls.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Wide receiver 48, 89th player, though, would make sense.
Yeah, this is such a good tweet from Paul Patterson tweet. Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Hunter Lepke. No backfield in NFL history has had less juice than this.
Kevontae Turpin, running back reps. Who says no?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, bro. I'm not that good. Like, need a golf log. So full transparency, when I'm playing well, I'm like high 80s to mid 90s. When I'm playing, like, my driver's not hitting, I can't putt, maybe I'm new to the course, like I was on Monday, I shot a 103.
Break 50 challenge with DeChambeau. What does that even mean?
Bryson does a break 50. He brings on a professional guest, and they play a scramble. And if they can break under 50 in a round of 18, they win. And it ends up being like they have to hit like 3 or 4 eagles and 9 birdies or some bullshit.
My God.
It's epic, bro. It's epic.
That's like super hard. Holy shit.
Dude, I mean, when you got Bryson DeChambeau, though, who could eagle holes on his own, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Danny and Bush break 80 challenge needs to happen.
I've never broken 80 in my life. The best I ever got was 81,
but it was at a really easy course.
Best I ever got was 81. It was just literally the luckiest fucking round of my life. Just wasn't missing. Like, that was the round I had the birdie on the tree.
Brookfield in Cambridge. It's a really easy course, though. Like the par is like 61 or something.
A par 3 course?
No, it's not a par 3. A par is like 62 or 61 or something like that. So 77 would be like 16 over or something like that.
Well, most rounds I played, the par is usually like 70 to 72.
Yeah, no, same with me. But Brookfield is like a small course, like it's like 61 or 62 or something is the thing.
So it's like par 3s and 4s.
Course. Like a par 3 course is all par 3s.
Yeah,
but
fair enough. It's from the front tees. I mean, even still from the front tees, breaking 50 is insane. We can do this in April, not September.
Okay, well, I hate to tell you guys, but I don't know if I'm scrolling all the way up to the top of the comments to get to the start sits that were at the beginning of the stream. Yeah. We'll go for 10 more minutes. We have no more site questions. So if you guys have start sits, we won't penalize you for not leaving your question or for asking your question a second time if you want to ask it now. And we'll answer some start sits here on
5 more minutes. I gotta go eat, bro. I haven't eaten today.
Okay, well, 5 more minutes then. We'll answer some start sits pro bono here if you guys want to ask them.
Corey was just like, how have you not eaten today?
You haven't eaten today? What in tarnation, dude? And of course, Danny doesn't eat. This guy in fucking in Brooklyn eats like half a teriyaki bowl and proceeds to tell all of us how he has no appetite. Yeah, it's like, brother, you need to eat food.
I was pissed, dude. I looked at you guys like, why can't I eat? And the answer was because I fucking
Mason ate 2 of them because Mason eats 3 square meals probably and shit like that. But
he's actually in shape.
Yeah, start. It's weird how that works, though. You'd think like having less calories in a day would make you not like.
Trust me, Dylan. I would have preferred to eat,
but your body's probably storing it all because you never eat.
Hey, trust me, Dylan. I would have preferred to eat. No, Nate, you're trolling, all right?
That would be so funny. I'm not gonna lie. CMC got like.
Oh my God, he's not lying, bro. He's not lying. Oh my God! What the fuck? No way!
Imagine drafting CMC. I didn't draft him anywhere.
Dylan can't believe it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's answer a couple start sits and then we'll wrap this thing up here. Start Hunter or Pearsall PPR. We're going Hunter there. Jacob, Amarian Hampton or Caleb Williams. In a super flex, you got to go Caleb Williams there, Arthur. Hunter, Walker, or Wilson. I mean, these are. I'm assuming that's Garrett. I think I'd probably go Kenneth Walker over both of those guys.
Hunter, yeah, Kenneth Walker.
Sorry. Yeah. Ridley, Warren, or Aaron Jones. I'd probably go Warren there.
Yeah, I'd go Warren. By the way, try to leave them with scoring.
Yeah, try and leave them with scoring if you can. I'm only going for like 3 more minutes anyways, but
go Travis Hunter here.
Or Travis in the flex. We're going Travis Hunter there. Connor says, need help deciding between Dak, Trevor Lawrence, Pickens, and Igbuka. I would I personally have Trevor Lawrence higher than Dak. I would assume Danny doesn't, but I do have Trevor Lawrence higher.
I probably honestly will make the adjustment because the game environment yeah, for Trevor is so much better. They were back to back in my rankings before. I'm going to move Trevor higher because, like I said, game environment's a lot better, and Dak could potentially have some weather.
Yeah, I have Dak at QB 18. Like I just don't at Philly. I just don't really like that situation.
He always plays well against them, dude.
He does.
We're not gonna be able to run the football.
But yeah, I'd go Lawrence there, and then Pickens versus Igbuka. I have Pickens slightly higher, but it's really close. Where do y'all rank Reed and Jaden Higgins rest of the season with Kirk injury and Reed's injury? Well, it doesn't sound like Kirk's injury is majorly significant.
We'll see after this week.
Yeah, we'll see what it looks like after this week. He was like,
it's all on Reed.
Return in week 2 or week 3, but based on everything that I read about it, so I wouldn't say that Higgins goes up like much at all. And then Reed, I would say, like, we got to see what the practice reports look like. If he's out this week, I'd be a little bit worried about it because it sounds like he said he wanted to play through things, but I also want him to heal, and he's not going to have surgery. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with Jaden Reed. I may have just traded for a dead asset. Like, I'm worried about it. I'm not going to lie.
Potentially. All right.
Ford and a fourth for a third.
Sure. That's fine.
Walker
or Ricky, give me Walker all day.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker there.
CD for Gibbs. I think they're the perfect, they're perfectly fine. Same tier. Wide receivers left are Golden and Waddle, Pacheco, Hampton, HN, Gibbs. With that running back core, I definitely wouldn't have though. You have HN, Hampton, Pacheco, and your wide receivers now are Golden and Waddle. I wouldn't have traded CD.
Yeah, you definitely should not have traded CD. I mean, like, I have Gibbs ranked higher in a vacuum, but like, given your receiver core, I definitely would have kept Lamb. I mean, if you could trade a running back now, maybe you want to do that.
Also check on the site, make sure we have no questions before we end stream.
Yeah, I gotta. I'm looking. I'm looking. We haven't gotten any come through yet.
0.75 tight end premium: Jonnu Smith, Freiermuth, or Tillman. And at 0.75 premium, I think I like Jonnu here the most because if there's anybody going to be a high volume option here, I think the upside would be with Jonnu.
Yeah, for receptions, I could see him catching some drag routes and whatnot. Definitely Kenneth Walker there, not even close, Bojangles. Aaron Jones, Mason, Trey Benson, J.K. Dobbins. I'd probably go Jones and Dobbins there. I think Dobbins will probably lead the backfield for the Broncos in week 1. And then Mason, I think, will be behind Aaron Jones. Loveland or Goddard. It's an interesting cutoff because Goddard is obviously like the safer veteran option, but he's kind of teetering right on the edge of, do you just risk it with Loveland? I do have Goddard higher because I like the matchup against the Cowboys defense.
Full transparency, I actually do have Goddard higher, and in my second league, in the commission league, I had Loveland as my only tight end. I ended up dropping. Who did I drop for him? I dropped Will Shipley for. Actually, no, somebody else added Will Shipley. I dropped Pat Bryant for Dallas Goedert.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty solid.
And I'm going to start Goddard tonight.
Yep. Okay, let's rattle through these more. Start 2 of Pacheco, Pollard, Downs, Golden, Jalen Warren. I would personally start Pollard for sure, I think. And then
Pollard,
probably Downs or Warren.
I think I'd go Golden over Downs for sure.
Okay. That's a tough call. I think all those guys are relatively in the same territory, to be honest with you.
Just the game environment for Golden, potentially no Jaden Reed. 3-level threat. Like I think
that Colts Dolphins game could shoot out, man. I think
they're both similar range for me. Where do you have them ranked respectively? Because it's a close enough conversation for me where
I have Downs at 32 and I have Golden at 39.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say exactly mine. So for us, then it would be Downs because I have Golden at 32, Downs at 36. I have Downs straight up above DK Metcalf this week. You're not going to like where I have DK Metcalf.
I have DK Metcalf at 31, but he's right. Downs is right behind him for me.
I got Metcalf at 37. I have nothing to do with
him. Sauce, bad game environment. Don't really blame you.
I was already lower on him comparatively.
Fergie or Goddard, if I had to choose between those two, I would go with Goddard personally because I like the implied point total better for the Eagles.
Couldn't have said it better. I have Goddard at 10. I have Ferguson 11.
Yeah.
Higgins over Reed,
in my opinion. Rest of season, I probably would still prefer Reed, to be honest.
They're close. Got offered Gibbs and Flowers for Jamar and Brees. Thoughts? I want Jamar and Brees.
Yeah, I also want Jamar and Brees there.
Start Sampson or Kirk. It doesn't sound like Kirk's going to play, so Sampson.
Yeah, Sampson.
Sit one PPR.
I pick one spot higher than Hunter, but it's close. Oh, sit one. Sorry. I would sit Odunze there.
Yeah, and I would sit Igbuka, but they're back to back. So if you want to go with Igbuka, you're fine. I knew what that could have led to, so that's why.
Yeah, Herbert. I feel like he's just fucking with us now. Herbert would be my
Prescott.
preference of.
I'd go Prescott.
Yeah, it's fair.
Brown and Brees or Bucky and Sutton PPR. Brown and Brees very comfortably.
Yeah, I'll go Brown and Brees as well. Purdy or Prescott.
I would go Prescott. You go Purdy.
I'm assuming you're just fucking around with that comment, though, Dylan.
Yeah, 100% he is.
Pickens for sure there, Nani.
Pickens.
Start 2, Garrett Wilson, McLaurin, and Sutton. I would go with the first 2 of that group, personally.
Sutton and Wilson is close for me, but I would go with the first 2, I think.
They both expected to see shadow coverage, which is not great.
Odunze or Hunter at the flex PPR. I'd go Hunter there, Carlos.
I would also go Hunter. Pickens or Hunter. Again, I would go Hunter. He would go, or I would go Pickens. He would go
I'm
Hunter.
rooting for half of that.
Facts. Is there any way to put money on who wins the Flock League? Money is on Avery, unfortunately.
I mean, save your donation.
Cool if we could regulate that somehow, but there would be a lot of legalities in there.
Eric, I would save your donation, by the way.
We'll get it for you. Thornton or Hollywood? It will be Hollywood, probably. It is not a good situation to be in for week 1.
I guess here, other than our matchup, Arthur makes a good deal. Mason over Sal is his pick for the Battle of Austin, Texas. Let's go through the other matchups in the Flock League quick and then sign off.
Yeah. Don't share your
other
screen,
than our own.
Don't share your screen.
I'm not going to share my screen.
Okay, just making sure you're not going to.
And clip this, Spicy.
Sure.
Okay. So going through the matchups, obviously we won't predict our own because I'm going to say myself. You're going to say yourself. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
It would be weird if you didn't say yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan did. Nathan said Nate.
Did he actually say Avery's going to win?
That's what Avery said. Avery said that Nathan picked Avery in the matchup. So
I think Nathan might just be Nathan might be getting his fucking waffle skills ready.
We need some self-confidence, brother. But we got the fan wagon, Sammy Stacks going up against the Devro with Team Green Means Money. This is a really close projection. I think I go with the Devs as well. I just think the onesie power. I mean, we're gonna find out close tonight with that Hurts versus AJ Brown stack, but yeah, I'll lean with you there with the Dev row. We got Nick the editor going up against Thomas. I think I got Thomas here.
Yeah, Thomas's team is better than Nick's. I'll take Thomas there.
For sure. We go to Avery versus Nathan. Pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna go
Nathan's
with Avery
team is fucking Buns McGee, dude. Like we'll take Avery there all day.
Shout out Dev Nate. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we went with you guys. We went
also,
with Avery
I read
here as
that
well.
in Dev Nate's accent. Dang right, Danny.
Facts. Badaki versus Zach, the battle of the land, the battle of the Aussies. Where are you leaning here? Because this is a tough one for me.
I think when I look at the two teams, Badaki's got the better early season team, so I'd probably lean with Badaki as the favorite to win that first matchup. Plus, Zach made reference to it in his clip, but it's hard to beat the same guy 3 times in a row, and he beat Badaki twice last year. So I'll go with the law of averages evening out there, and I'll go with Badaki.
Yeah, and if you thought I was going to pick my rival to win, you guessed wrong. Give me Zach in that one. He's technically my second rival, but I want my rival to finish 0-14.
Facts. And then Battle of Austin.
Battle of Austin, baby. Who do you got? Sal versus Mason here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sal. Assuming McCaffrey's okay right now, and he's gonna play, I would take Sal. I think that Sal, when I go position by position, he wins pretty much every battle for me in terms of who I think has the better performance. Other than Metcalf versus DJ Moore and then T. Higgins versus George Pickens, I think he wins every other battle pretty much. And then Allen obviously is going to be huge for Mason.
Yeah, I mean, Mason's keeping us guessing right now with who he's going to play at the kicker spot. This is a tough one, man. If McCaffrey plays, I think I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Sal. If McCaffrey doesn't play, obviously a big question mark here. Who are we putting in? A Ramondre Stevenson type in the lineup? Maybe a Rashid Shaheed if he can move. No, he can't even move a running back to the running back slot because he's got 2 wide receivers in the flex. So if we don't have any McCaffrey, it's going to be Ramondre or Shipley, and obviously, or Ramondre or Roschon, and obviously at that point you go with Mason. So Sal if McCaffrey plays, Mason if he doesn't.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair way of going about that. Devs are slammed. Yeah, you guys got a lot of work on your hands.
Yes, sir. But either way, appreciate you guys. It is currently 8:02. I need to
Are the lineup set, boys?
Yeah, we got to. This is why we're ending streams a little earlier this year, so we can set our own damn lineup, so we don't get screwed here. You got Danny over Corey. Well, that's the wrong take, but
I'll know her.
Respect your opinion, Arthur.
I'll know her.
Yeah, matchups that matter tomorrow. tier list running backs, wide receivers. Every Saturday morning will be running backs. Every Saturday afternoon will be wide receivers going forward. And again, matchups that matter every Friday. And we will be live Sunday morning for start sits. We will not be live tomorrow for Friday game start sits. At least I won't be because I'm busy doing something that tomorrow night. If Danny, you wanted to go live, I'm sure you could, but I will not be available. But yeah,
I'm keeping it a second. I'm going to probably get ahead on my
video.
I'm going to probably get ahead on my video because there's football.
Yeah, for sure. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon.